What is up, Jets fans? I am Midnight Mike, and this is the Midnight Mike Show coming to you from the Long Island Sound. And don't adjust your televisions or your smartphones. I am burnt to a crisp. I am red. So if I'm looking a little like a lobster, that's not your TV. That's just Midnight Mike. And I'll tell you how that happened today, because I'm very proud of my daughter. But we have a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to go through this schedule and look realistically at what could happen to the New York Jets this upcoming season. Now, I saw tons and tons of, the schedule leaked. They were so goddamn wrong. So goddamn wrong. And I'm hoping, by the way, folks, that we are, I don't know if it's going to work or whatnot. We'll see. Hold on. Let me check it out right now. Let me just see what's going on here. And it seems like it's working. I don't know. Yeah, it seems like we are officially broadcasting to Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. We're on YouTube and we are on Rumble. I asked you guys to go over and give me a follow. I thought I needed 10 followers to be able to go live on Rumble. We got 7, big numbers. But the big deal about this, and this is for anyone watching on the replay, anyone watching live, is that Rumble, all this BS that's going on with YouTube and YouTube kicking us down in the algorithms because of the Family Feud and all of that. I think I have a solution, and it is Rumble. And I won't do it on this show, but on one of the Midnight Mike's Wayback Machines, I think what I can do is I can go in and drop out of YouTube and then be broadcasting only on Rumble. So if I want to do something like the feud, or while we're still in this 90-day like probationary period, I can just go to Rumble and, hey, look, if 5 or 7 of you show up, but we can still do things like do the Family Feud. So that's the good thing. I'm happy about that. I'm just testing tonight. I was just testing like the not the beta. There's like alpha, I guess, whatever. I'm checking to see if we can broadcast this show to Rumble. So that's tonight. The next step is going to be broadcasting to Rumble and then pulling us off of YouTube to see if we stay on Rumble and drop out of YouTube, because then we can do whatever we want over on Rumble. And then I have a few more things. Once the 90 days is up, folks, and they stop with the killing us in the algorithms, that's why I ask all of you on the replay, all of you watching live, hit the like button, because over the next 90 days until August 9th, I believe it is, it's going to be up to you guys to help promote this show, and hit that like button and subscribe if you're new and all of that stuff, because once again, this happened to us like a year ago. It's already the off season, but when this stuff goes down, numbers go down, and it's just YouTube being little bitches and trying to mess with you if you apparently mess with them, even though I was completely in the right. And I can prove it. You can see it. I got the same exact thing appealed and overturned. I was fine. But this time they decided to mess with me. So regardless, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the New York Jets schedule that came out this week. I know we are always, when things come out on Wednesday and Thursday, we're always one of the last shows to talk about it. But I hope you guys enjoy waiting. You wait till Saturday night, our flagship show, and we'll have fun with it. The Subway Series is going on right now. The New York Yankees took game 1. 5-2 right now. The last time I checked, the Mets were up 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. So we will see what goes on there. And then also tonight, which I'm waiting on to go live on Netflix, is Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. And I'm very interested to see this fight. You know, neither woman has fought in a while, especially Gina Carano. I'd love to see her come back, but it is what it is, and I'm still trying to wait for that to go live. It should be going live at any moment. And I think by usually the way these fights go, when we go off the air at 10:50, 11 o'clock, they still won't have gotten. It starts at 9. They still won't have gotten to the Carano and Rousey fight. But regardless, let's start this show. Let's get my co-host out here, have some fun. This is the Midnight Mike Show. Hit that like button, show your support, and let's have fun tonight. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now this is breaking news. Before I bring in my co-host, Maddie, I mentioned Gina Carano versus Ronda Rousey. I mentioned the Subway Series, the Yankees versus the Mets. I mentioned the Jets 2026 schedule coming up. But the thing you all want to know is that the Connecticut Shoreline Invitational Tournament under 10 girls division. How did my daughter's team do? 3 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie, with my daughter putting up 4 goals and 2 assists and taking the division. Hell yeah. Congratulations to all of them. They get the Jets chant. Here we go. Jets, Jets, Jets. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's bring in my co-host, the Beavis to my butthead, Mr. Matty Jets. How you doing, Matty?
I'm good, man. What's going on?
Dude, I'm pumped up. This is the reason why I look like a lobster. The funny thing is so it was an all-day tournament. Okay. So it was like I was up at 5:30 this morning, and still not going to bed, doing this show, and I'm probably gonna go outside and enjoy some YouTube after this. At least till the end of the fight tonight. But it was Matty, it was one of those days where I was wearing a hoodie, and it's like it didn't feel like it wasn't cold, but it wasn't hot. So I had my hoodie on. I hate when sleeves touch my wrist, so I'm always doing the Miami Vice and pushing my sleeves up.
All right.
I pushed my sleeves up. I don't know if you could see this, but you see that line right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Red, not red. I look like an idiot. If this doesn't fade before I go to work on Monday, I wear
you're gonna hear about it.
Oh, I'm gonna look like an idiot. But regardless, I'm burnt my face, the tops of my ears, the back of my neck, my arms, from not even from my elbow down, from like 2 inches below my elbow down. But still, it was a great day. So that's what I did.
That's good, man. I mean, I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah, it was definitely good. I want to pop real quick into the comments section because Bill mentioned something that he says he's doing a deep dive on System of a Down. You ever listen to them? I think most people know System of a Down.
I know who they are. I don't like them.
Well, see, I do enjoy them, and I said to Bill in the comment section, I said I've seen System of a Down 3 separate times, but I've never actually paid to go see them, and I think I've brought this up on the short.
I would argue you got your money's worth.
Well, I went to they were at They were at Ozfest 99, and obviously I was paying to see Rob Zombie. Black Sabbath was the first time Black Sabbath got back together. Who else was on that? Deftones, I don't like them. Slipknot, I mean, whatever. But
my sister partied with Slipknot.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Well, so, back in the day, my older sister was a stripper. And they came to the club. And I guess they made friends or whatever, and like nothing, they didn't hook up or anything, they just went and partied on the bus. And she was so funny, she's like, yeah, they took all that shit off, they're the nicest normal guys in the world. Like, she had so much fun, dude.
Well, dude, there was one time that there was one time on Howard Stern where ICP was having this feud with Sharon Osbourne because she represented Coal Chamber. And Coal Chamber went on tour with ICP, and ICP had to kick them off the tour because no one was coming to see Coal Chamber. Everyone was coming to see ICP has a very Insane Clown Posse has a very niche market.
I'm very well aware of them.
Yeah, and Cold Chamber, they wear those like net shirts and they have like the emo look, and it wasn't meshing well. So they kicked Cold Chamber off the tour, and Sharon Osbourne represented Cold Chamber, and so it became this big thing. If you ever want to be entertained, go to watch Howard Stern. It's on YouTube. ICP Sharon Osbourne. They just literally shit all over her, and she's like, they're like, oh, she's this big mogul in the music business, and she's saying that she is, and he's like, what are you gonna do? Like if we shit talk you, Violent J. He was like, what are you gonna do if we shit talk you? Will take us off of radio stations? What radio stations? What are you going to do? Get us kicked off of MTV? What MTV?
That's fair. Like, that's a fair, yeah.
Well, so then it turned into ICP came back, and apparently Cold Chamber actually wanted to confront them along with Slipknot. And so they bring in Cold Chamber, and Cold Chamber completely pussies out. And then Slipknot comes in, and they were like, and we were like, we never said we had beef with ICP. We like ICP, and they came in their whole regalia, Slipknot
outfits and shit.
And it turned into a love fest between ICP and Slipknot.
If you ever want to see a really wild mashup, and I'm not a Slipknot fan musically, like that's the thing. Like I respect performance art. Like ICP, they do their thing, and they have a couple songs I think are funny, but there's this guy who does these mashups, and the song is called it's called Spice. Or look up Spice Knot, and it is a mashup of Wannabe, Breathing in Sulfur, and it's fucking awesome.
Okay,
no, I'm dead serious.
And I literally I'm a Spice Girl fan, so I will.
No, I know you are, but like literally, I went to the website and was like, I will pay $3 for this song. But it was free.
That's pretty cool,
and it's fucking awesome. And the dude meshes the videos and everything, and it's fucking so good, dude.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
Like it's so funny too, because you're watching, you're like, this is me, like, and then I'm like, this shouldn't work. And I'm like, I get like happier face and like,
yeah,
this is actually all right. Tell me more. Let's go.
All right, not bad.
Play again.
Yeah.
Play a third time just to make sure I'm not crazy. Like it's insanely good. But everything I've heard about Slipknot as dudes tells me they're awesome. Like they're great guys.
Yeah.
And again, I don't have to hate, like I don't have to like your music to like you. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I don't have to like your book to think you're a good person. I don't have to like your political views to think you're fun or cool or whatever. I have plenty of friends who I disagree with on music, books, politics, whatever. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just more mature than most people, and again, let's just blow smoke up my own ass. But I can live with, we don't have to agree on shit to be okay with each other. You can be a decent person and not be my niche. And that's pretty much what I kind of got from like Slipknot is I'm never going to go to a fucking Slipknot concert. Okay. I can tell you right now.
I've seen the Slipknot played at that Ozfest.
And that's cool. But like I would never go see Slipknot headline. I've seen lots of bands I would never go see otherwise at like a festival. But those guys are cool. They're chill as shit. They seem to have a great sense of humor. So, yeah, it's all good.
Well, the other thing was, okay, so I ended up seeing System of a Down at Ozfest 99. Then I went to go see Limp Bizkit, Redman, and Method Man. And opening the show was System of a Down.
Okay, I would go see that show just to see. First of all, I'd just go to see Method Man.
Dude,
I love Method Man.
Outstanding. Outstanding. And then I forget, I'm blanking on the third one, but yeah, I've seen System 3 times and never actually paid
That's
for
cool. Like I say, I don't like them, but I don't like know those guys. Like, for example, if they were like, hey, come hang with us on our bus, I would not be like, no, I don't like your music, so we can't be friends. So, and System of a Down has a couple of decent songs. I actually decided, I think a week ago, I think we talked about this, I'm going to finally do a deep dive into Pantera. I'm only really familiar with Cowboys from Hell.
Okay.
And their album names are awesome. They're intelligent. Again, I'm a book person. I read. And the fact they have an album called like Vulgar Display of Power, which is just a totally fucking awesome reference to The Exorcist. I'm like, these guys are cool. Everybody likes them. I like hard rock. I got to check it out. So, yeah, I'm all about it. Sir Luca, what's up? Rashad, what's up? Just good to see all my people. Valerie, good to see you. Thank you, Valerie. Valerie had very nice compliment. Scott, also amazingly nice compliment. But we got to talk some schedule.
We are definitely going to talk some schedule. And Valerie came in and said, happy for decent times, 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. No night, no European or South American or Australia.
Yeah, or fucking like Antarctic fucking album. Like, what the fuck is the NFL doing?
I don't know.
They're like, what? We need a game in Ghana.
She says, I see people saying it's an insult to us for no national games. We are on the mend. We don't need vaunted opinions. Yeah, I was not offended at all that we don't have any primetime games. We don't deserve them.
No, the team has not earned any primetime games.
Absolutely not.
Okay, I think after this season, they will. But I also think that certain people, especially on the fan, are hyping the Jets up too much.
Well, that's where I heard a lot of the complaining about I think it was Evan was complaining about not having nationally televised games. And it's like, he was like, I thought we got at least one Monday or Thursday night game. I'm like, I'm happy. I don't want to.
What are you talking about? They won 3 games last year.
Not only that, no, well, the old rule was when they brought in Thursday night football that every team had to have a Thursday night game. But then they started doing like international games and all this other stuff, and they kind of changed that. But I'm fucking so happy.
Dude,
but I
would be happy if we had 11 o'clock in the morning games, because again, you guys have one on the East Coast. I'm in Denver.
Yeah,
give me 11 o'clock across the board. If they're not retarded in December, flex them to a primetime game. But just give me my 11 o'clock games.
Real quick, Valerie, I just put the link in the comments section. So if you guys can go over to Rumble and follow me, because I'm broadcasting there now. I would obviously rather you always go to YouTube, because this is where I can make money. I'm not going to be making money on Rumble, but Rumble will be the backup plan if YouTube keeps messing with me when I'm doing content that's perfectly legal. I will just cut off the stream on YouTube and do Family Feud or do whatever over on Rumble. So tonight is the night that I'm testing out if I hooked up Rumble correctly. The next time I come on, that's not a main show. I'm going to try to do a show and then like an hour and a half, and then cut it and go to Rumble exclusively and see if that works.
Okay, I like that idea.
Yeah. So once again, I don't want to fuck with this stream tonight and try to mess with it, because it's our flagship show. It's kind of an important show. But it is what it is. Bill says 5-7 at the bye, 7-10 total. That's an improvement, and we only go up.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. I think 7-10 is not out of the question. I mean, we'll go through the games, but I don't think. Okay, look, some of the people on the fucking radio back east are insane. They're like, oh, we could win the division. Shut up.
Oh yeah, get the who said that? Because I'd like to know what they're on.
It wasn't Evan. It was the other guy who the guy is really loud, and I don't know.
Craig Carton.
I can't remember his fucking name, but he was on W Fan. They were talking about the Subway Series, and I'm like, bro, the ceiling for the Jets is second in the division, and that's assuming that the Patriots pay for their schedule merchant behavior last year. And because Miami's going to finish fourth. They've already committed to the tank and the rebuild. That's fine. But they're not unseating the Bills. Sorry, kids. Lose your boners, but it's not going to happen. And that's okay. What I like is we're finally seeing a rebuild that's done correctly.
Yes, taking your time.
That's what I want. You're not going to do this get rich quick shit and bring in Aaron Rodgers or Brett Favre or whatever else. It's okay. Take your time. All of us know that the Jets are going to get a quarterback in the next draft. And everybody's like, well, nobody's going to trade you guys. Well, I'm like, look, if you're in the top 5 and you already have your franchise quarterback, you are 100% trading back for 2 more first.
And I'm looking directly at the Oakland or
looking at Vegas.
I went Vegas. I started Los Angeles, went to Oakland, and I went. Okay.
I know, because they fucking move around more than fucking that hippie chick in the 90s.
By the way, what's up, Rashad?
Yeah, Rashad, we love you, bud.
6 to 7 wins. We're going to talk about it.
That's fine. But the thing is, like, the only thing I'm really going to be paying attention to other team wise is I want Oakland to suck ass all year. Not because I hate them, and
Because
again,
we want to
I
trade.
said Oakland, but because they will 100% be like, let me get this straight. We have the number, say, 2 pick, and you guys will give us 2 first-rounders and a third to trade up. We'll take it immediately. Like, they will 100% do it. Again, thank you, Scott. Love that.
Yeah, what is Scott talking about here? What is he, insane?
Oh, when I went on my whole fucking lovey, I don't have to like everything you like to for us to be friends thing.
There you go.
But yeah, like, so I again, I want the Jets to go out like everybody's like, oh, you guys are going to tank this year. I'm like, no, I don't want them to tank. I want them to start building a sense of pride in the organization. But they have enough draft capital that it's not going to matter. They can trade the fuck up. If God forbid they had to trade 3 first-round picks to get the number 2 overall or number 1 overall, they're going to fucking do it. Because what do they need? They need a quarterback. End of discussion.
Scott says, what happened to our resident musician, Kim? She's still a channel member. Yeah, she's and by the way,
every
folks,
once in a while.
Yeah, super chats, gifted channel memberships, join, become a member of the channel. All of that stuff helps out the Midnight Mike Show. Okay. And we much appreciate it. But the thing you could do for free, whether you're watching live or on the replay, is just hit that thumbs up. And we very much appreciate that. As a matter of fact, it looks like we got something in here. Scott says, Jets chant. Here we go. Jets. Scott comes in with 199, says, I'm sticking with YouTube. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Unfortunately, you may miss stuff that because we physically can't do it on YouTube and people want to ruin fun. There's nothing I could do about that. I wish we could just be on YouTube. I followed all the rules and I still got bent over. So, it is what it is. But, yeah, the link is in the comment section. If anyone needs another link to Rumble, I will continue to put it up because that will eventually be where we do stuff that maybe. Well, once again, this show won't change. We are still going to do Saturday nights and Monday nights, 9 p.m. But if we do decide to continue with Family Feud during the 90-day probationary period, it's going to go exclusively to Rumble. So we'll do the show for an hour and a half or whatever. And then I will warn you guys, hey, go over to Rumble if you want to continue the show. So that's all I'm saying. I'd actually like somebody to comment over on Rumble to see if it pops up in my StreamYard. Like, I feel like that'd be an interesting thing. But I don't know if anyone will get that chance. All right, Maddie, are you ready for this? Are you ready to get into the schedule?
I am, actually. I'm about it because
first thing though is, and once again, we were talking about this. None of these teams deserve it, but the Jets are one of 5 teams, and look at the teams. It makes complete sense to have 0 primetime games. I have no problem with that.
No, I'm not mad about this shit at all. Every one of those teams sucks ass.
Yeah, and what that does is it leaves my nights open so that if I want to watch football, I can watch football.
Yeah,
if I don't want to watch football,
comments pop up in the feed.
What's up?
The Rumble comments pop up. We got one.
Oh, there you go. Okay, from you.
No, and can you bring that back up?
Bring what back up? Yeah, hold on one sec. Look at that. Yeah. Rolk Rogan. Who's that?
That's Brian or I think it's Brian or Ollie. I can't remember exactly.
Okay, I love the name.
They follow me on Instagram. It's one of the boys. By the way,
all right, I will bring that back. There's your graphic.
Can we please get our fucking current logo that we've had for 2 years replaced?
Oh, I agree. But once again,
it annoys me that every time the Jets change their logo, no one pays any attention and they give 0 fucking respect to it.
Look, they have the new Titans logo.
Right, that's my point.
And that literally just came out like a month ago.
Yeah, but the Jets have this old ass logo. The irony is when the Jets went back, when they changed their logo from like in 96, from 96 to 97, they used the old Jets logo from the 90s. Yes. And then they never keep up, and I'm going, what the fuck is your problem, guys? You're supposed to be professional. But I do like that we're getting the comments. That's cool.
Yeah, no, I definitely like that, and I definitely appreciate that, guys. Thank you for letting me know. It seems like things are working, so that is a great thing.
I really don't give a shit if we go to Rumble full time. We've said 100 times we're kind of the punk rock fucking.
No, we are, Maddie, but I need to pay for StreamYard, and I also need to say
what we ought to do is some exclusive content on Rumble.
Well, that's what it would be.
Well, yeah. Besides Family Feud, look.
No, I get it. But if we were going to do things that I think, YouTube might hit us for a copyright or whatever, that would then go over to Rumble,
right,
or Patreon, because eventually I'm going to open up my Patreon. And I won't,
guys. I don't watch any of the Family Feud shit.
But you've been on a few.
I've been on a few. If I'm here, cool. But I have no interest in it. I'm sorry.
It got quite popular.
I know, and I'm thrilled, and I'm glad that it brings Mets into the show and keeps them around. It's just not for me. I just don't want to watch old game shows.
Richard Dawson's the fucking man.
Richard Dawson's still the man. That's not the argument.
All right. We promised it. It's the name of this episode. The schedule is here. The 2026 New York Jets schedule. Here we go. All right. So let's start off. And what here, my first thoughts, Maddie, about this schedule is it's almost if the Jets play to the potential that they could play to with all the new weapons and all that stuff, with a better quarterback, a better defense, better run stoppers, all this stuff. This is a Jets tease of a schedule where we'll never get over 500, but we'll keep kind of inching close to it. Like, that's how I look at this schedule. And it's kind of a tease and whatever, but I appreciate that there's no point in this schedule where we'll be like 5-3 and then blow it. I don't think we're ever going to get to
no false hope this year.
Correct. But there will be a lot of, we're almost there. If we could just,
there's also going to be a lot of, we're not out of this game at halftime.
Oh, well, it better be. Nice. Otherwise, you know I will be, Maddie. Otherwise, I will
how
be.
Many games last year was it like the end of the first quarter, and you're like,
all December, Maddie, all December.
I'm going to go outside and hope that if I drink enough, I'll pass out in the yard and die.
Well, here's what I will say. If the New York Jets pull what they did in December at any point this year, I will also, as big of an Aaron Glenn supporter, as much as I want him to succeed, I will be right on the bandwagon of like, we got to get rid of something's wrong here. We got to get rid of him. So let's go into this schedule. Here we go. Week 1, the New York Jets in Tennessee, which I don't like how they did this, where they made the home games black and the away games green.
Yeah, I don't know why they did that.
A little confusing, but hopefully I'll remember this throughout this. But we're going to Tennessee on September 13th to play the Tennessee Titans with their new Houston Oilers uniforms. And of course, this whole game is going to be the Robert Saleh versus Aaron Glenn game. But Maddie, realistically, I see this as a win, a very potential win.
I do not.
Really?
And the only reason being, I think that they're going to be still gelling. I think it's just
you don't think the Titans are going to be gelling? Like the Titans.
I think that being on the road it gives the Titans a small advantage. Again, I wouldn't put any money on this game, but I think the Titans edge them. It's not going to be a blowout. I just think that the Titans at home, I think they edge the Jets, and that's okay. You know,
and once again, I want to point out to everybody, this is a way too early prediction.
Yeah, no, we
will go through this schedule again when we're closer to the season. Go through the
schedule so many times that probably by the end of July, I'll be like, I'm fucking sick of the schedule too. I was sick of the draft. Now I'm sick of this. Like, I'm just not going to come on anymore.
Holy shit. Dos Santos versus Despa, whatever. This dude just knocked this guy out with one. Like, it was brutal in that first match.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to catch that tomorrow. We have so much going on right now, and like I say, obviously can't put it on back here. We'll get fucking struck.
Whoa! Cut eye, bleeding out of the mouth. Wow! First round, probably a minute and a half in. Wow,
hey man! I grew up watching Mike Tyson do that every fucking fight. So
no, I agree. I miss the Tyson days. I still go back and watch fucking Tyson.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I say we get a win week 1. I don't think the Titans have even close to the amount of weapons that the Jets have. And once again, we're still talking about 2 crap teams, but I think we take week 1 because then we head into week 2 at home, first home game against Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers, September 20th at MetLife Stadium. Maddie, what are your thoughts here?
I think they lose.
Yeah. And I just don't see. I think the Packers are way too strong of a team. They're clearly not. I'm not saying they're like upper echelon, but they're like right below that.
Enough, and that's okay. Look, I have us losing the first 3 games. I'll just show my hand right now. I think the Lions beat us again, but then I think we win the next 2. But what we're gonna see in these first
chill out, man. We have a show here. We got to go through this.
I got to leave in half an hour, motherfucker.
We'll get through it in a half an hour.
No, we won't, because you talk too much. But I love you.
That's fine.
But here's the thing: what we're going to see starting 0-3 is not the same as we've seen in the past. And what I mean by that is we're going to be like, this team's competitive. This team is, they're going to lose these games, but they're not losing in a way like where you're like, there's no hope. They're going to show flashes. They're going to show things of, oh, holy shit. Okay, nice. All right, great. Look at that breakout fucking run for 90 yards or whatever.
Yeah.
You're going to see actual highlights.
Some completions, hopefully. Some good completions.
Right.
Some of these new guys.
Win all the games, but, it'll be like a 23-20 loss versus last year it was like, oh, the Jets are down 46-2. And only because the long snapper threw it out of the end zone by mistake, So again, Bill M, I'm 100% with you. It's going to be a 2-3 after 5 games. But we're going to look at this because if you're not retarded, you have to understand that we are still rebuilding this season. The rebuild is not complete. This team is not ready for prime time, regardless of the improvements made. It's going to be one more year before we have to start going, okay, if this team still sucks. Actually, Bill Emmett was not a Tool reference, but I like Tool. But it's not going to be, you have to understand, improvements are great, but this year is still a rebuilding year. Like it or not, it's the way it is. You have to take small wins this year. After the draft next year, you can sort of change your mind, but then you have to deal with the fact that, is this new quarterback, whoever he may be, is he ready for prime time too? Or does he need a year of being?
It's time for prime time, bitch. Love that. That's a Freddy Krueger reference.
I'm well aware of what that is. I love that.
Holy shit, look. Cousin Kenny, haven't seen him in a while. Hello, everyone from the West Coast. You changed the schedule. It's only 6:30 and the sun is still high in the sky. Yeah, because you're on the other coast, buddy.
Yeah, we changed the schedule while you wandered the country.
Yeah. Good to see you, Cousin Kenny.
Like Kung Fu.
I thought Cousin Kenny took a break because I've been putting out my series on how shitty New Haven a pizza, whatever. And I thought he was just so bitter because it's like one of his favorite things in the world.
Reveling in the Islanders' downfall after they talk shit for.
Oh, maybe that's it too. But Cousin Kenny, I took a few of your suggestions. I went to what the fuck was it called? Hold on one second. Zupardi's. I went to Zupardi's. I went to Little Rendezvous. That video is yet to come out, but keep up with that, Cousin Kenny. But it's good to see you, Kenny. I'm glad you're liking everything 100%. Out there. And real quick, did you give Beast his comments back?
Nope.
Oh, he's back. I don't know how that happened.
Let me go ahead and fix that.
No, he didn't say anything bad about you. If he talks shit to you, I have no problem with you banning him.
I think I might have just banned him for 24 hours.
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks. It's been a whirlwind month. It's been nuts. Long story. Zupardi's. All right, let's get back into the schedule. So anyway, so I have after a win against Tennessee, a loss against the Packers. Then we go, let's do these two next, right back to back. Like you said, let's go. Then we go to Detroit. Then we go to Chicago. Maddie, is there any chance?
I think they actually stun the Bears and win.
Really?
Yes.
I will take that any day. I don't think so. I think
that after 3 consecutive losses, they get real hungry, real pissed off, and And I think that Chicago just doesn't take them seriously, and they pull out like a 2-point win. Like, it's not going to be by a big margin, but I think they stun Chicago.
Well, here's what I would say. I think they're losses. I think we start 1-3 if you're looking at that first row.
It's fair.
But you know how there's games throughout the year where you beat a team that you shouldn't beat.
Right.
I think you're right that the Bears could be one of those teams. So if the Jets ended up pulling off something in that Chicago game on October 4th, I wouldn't be completely shocked.
Well, I wouldn't be shocked if they beat the Titans. Like I say, I mean, I don't think they will, but if that was their 1-3, cool, But
so at the end of 4, both of us have them essentially at 1-3.
Correct, and I think that next week they beat the Browns.
Okay, yeah. So then the next week on October 11th,
at
home against the Browns, it's going to be desperation hour because me and Maddie may not have picked the same winners, but we both have them at 1-3, and this is a desperation.
I mean, by week 5, every New York outlet is going to be, Aaron Glenn's on the hot seat. Blah 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 blah. I think that they come away with the Browns win, not fairly easily, but I think they handle it fairly well.
And then the next week we go into Foxborough. Are the Patriots for real? Are they not? Beating the Jets doesn't prove that the Patriots are for real or not. But do we have a chance in Foxborough?
This is the game I don't want to predict, and I'll tell you why. I need to see how the Patriots play next year, because what we saw this year was 100% schedule merchant bullshit.
Yes.
So I really don't know. This is one of the games where I'm like, I need to see how the Jets are playing and how the Patriots are playing. I mean, gun to my head, I'm going to say loss, but I'm not sure. I don't 100%. Words are hard for me. I don't 100% think that the Jets are a guaranteed loss because I don't think the Patriots are that good.
Well, I also don't think, you remember what Foxborough used to be? Like when the Jets beat them in the playoffs.
It's not the same way.
Yeah, it's not the same. No. So I agree with you, and I think there's a chance here, but it really depends on what the Patriots are pulling. But I'm still going to give the loss here.
I'm going to go with the loss. We're erring on the side of caution.
By the way, real quick, top of the 7th, the Mets up 5-3. Yankees in the top of the 7th with 0 outs, man on first and second. I believe that was Goldschmidt who just got a base hit. And
Clay Holmes broke his fucking arm yesterday, so everything sucks.
Everything sucks. All right, guys, keep hitting the like button, whether you're watching on the replay or you're watching live. Help us out during our 90-day little punishment from YouTube. Then the next week, we are at home against the Miami Dolphins. I'm taking this as a win.
Oh, Jets easy win. The Dolphins aren't even going to try.
And then the next game at home against the Raiders, I'm taking this as a win, and we are 4-4, Maddie.
I agree. I genuinely think that while the Raiders solved their quarterback problem, they have a lot more problems. And
that's why these draft picks that we could trade them for a top pick.
100%.
Yeah.
But unless Mendoza just comes out and puts on an absolute clinic, which he is capable of doing, but he does not have the tools to do it.
Yeah, like what weapons does he have?
Right.
Now we know they have Brock Bowers, right? And they have and Max Crosby's on the team. But there's not many stars or potential stars on the Oakland Raiders.
I'm not even gonna lie. Part of me really thinks that Oakland has already called the Jets about next year's draft. I'm not being funny.
No, but you could be right.
They're literally look, if our season goes poorly, we already have a quarterback. Let's talk some turkey here.
Yeah.
So, I think they'll beat Oakland at home. If they were in Vegas, again, why we say Oakland? God, we're fucking.
Oh, did we? Did we again?
We've said it the whole fucking time talking about this game. Vegas. If they were on the road, it might be a little different, but I think that
here's another thing.
Vegas is the Jets a year ago. They understand that this rebuild's going to suck ass and it's going to be a little while. So,
but my question, Maddie, is Vegas really? It's almost like when I've watched people go to Golden Knights games, and it's based so much on tourism.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Raiders are the same thing. It's like
I think the Raiders and the Golden Knights, I think there is a strong fan base for the Golden Knights. I don't know about the Vegas or the Raiders per se, but I also know that, the Raiders ownership takes things personally. So I think that
I just see like Vegas as a professional sports city, like I would look at Orlando. Like everyone's going to Orlando for Disney and Universal and all this stuff. And then they go, oh, well, there's a pro team here. Okay, well, we'll get a ticket. And,
I had to eat my words. I said that Vegas was never going to work as a sports town, and 100%.
Well, when a team comes in and wins one or two Stanley Cups immediately, like that's going to help you out a lot.
Yeah.
So but once again, Maddie, I've said I've watched people recently, like vloggers who have gone to see Vegas games, and it's quiet. Like it's the excitement. Now, obviously, the playoffs are going on now. So, but I'm talking, they went to some random regular season games,
right?
And it was nothing like what you would see in Boston or in New York or Chicago or Detroit.
But they're making enough money to last. So,
no, that's true. So let's get on to the third row. Right now, Maddie and I both have the Jets at 4-4, with a little differences on who they're going to beat and who they're not. But we both have them 4-4 after the first 8 games. Then we go into Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes will be back. I was hoping to get them earlier. Patrick Mahomes will definitely be there.
That's a loss.
Yeah, that's a loss. That is,
and I'm probably going to go to this game with Ali and Brian.
All right.
We've been chatting.
No. I know you have. You guys have brought it up on the show many times, and I do hope that that happens because it'll turn into content for the show, whether it's video or just stories. So I like that.
I'm sure I'll end up in a jail in Missouri at some point.
Tori said, yeah, Vegas is dead as a tourist town. Oh, is it?
I've heard that. I've never been to Vegas, so I really don't know.
Interesting. I was supposed to go to Vegas with my family, and I think I was like 20, 21 years old, somewhere in there. And I decided to forego the trip, and I was like, no, I'll just stay home. No big deal. And it was so that I could have a 4-day party that we entitled Boozapalooza. And I actually had a live band in my basement playing a cover band. Usually they play bars. It was friends of mine. And we had them playing in the basement 1 or 2 nights. And then we had literally a beer pyramid that almost went up to the ceiling, cathedral ceilings. On the kitchen counter, and I'm just the debauchery, the gravity bongs in the bathtub, like it was insane. My dad popped by during like day 3, and he walked in and he goes, "You better get this house clean before your mom and the family get back." He goes, "Because it smells like a brewery." I was like, all right, but it was a kick-ass party, I'll tell you that much. Back to this schedule. Right now we have ourselves at 4-5. Then we go that's home once again.
Loss.
Home against the Bills, agreed, loss 4-6. Then at home versus the Chargers.
We're on the road against the Chargers.
Oh, yes.
Also a loss.
Also a loss on November 22nd. And then we're home again against the Miami Dolphins.
Road again.
On the road. God, I hate
I know this is messing with you.
No, it is, because Green should be home.
I agree.
So we're on the road in Miami.
I think that is a win. I think they'll win that one.
Yeah, I think we sweep the Dolphins. And if we don't, that's really fucking sad, because the Dolphins have literally admitted by their fire sale,
just by the way they've acted, they don't even have to say anything. It's like, we don't want to win any games this year.
No, they're like, we want the number 1 pick. We are the Miami Dolphins. We want the number 1 pick, and that's what we're going to get. So I do think we sweep the Dolphins. So where are we at? And that's 3 more losses. So that'd be 5, 6, 7 losses and 5. We're at 5-7 right now, Maddie. Mm-hmm. Then we have a bye week, which we'll lose. We'll get an injury. something.
Yeah, somebody will be like shagging balls and break his knee.
Yeah. Then we are home against the Denver Broncos.
And this is a game that, again, is also like the Patriots game earlier. Broncos were total schedule merchants last year, too. I think they win this game.
You think the Jets win this one?
I do, because, again, I think the Broncos are full of shit. Again, if they lost, I wouldn't be shocked. But the Broncos and the Patriots were the biggest schedule merchants last year that I have ever seen in the NFL. Both teams got real kick-ass schedules and had some really good luck. So
can't think, even the fans of those teams, like it's frustrating that they can't admit like they had cake schedules.
No, they won't
fall their way.
Not. And it's so funny because I'm like, okay.
Dude, I'll take a 10 or 11 win, a 12 win season, and people go, "Oh, well, you had an easy schedule." All right,
I'll take the wins, man.
Yeah,
like, you play what you're supposed to play. So
completely agree. Then and once again, I have us a loss. But
fair.
Once again, Maddie, this is like the Bears game that we disagreed on. If the Jets won this game, especially with it being at home, I wouldn't be completely shocked.
So what are we at right now?
Well, you have a win, so you have them at 6 and 7.
6 and 7. You have them at 5 and 8.
5 and 8. But now we move to 6 and 8 because I have them beating on the road the Arizona Cardinals.
Yeah, that's possible. I can go with the win on that one.
And this is where people's hopes start getting higher because I have us beating the Patriots at home. We split with the Patriots 2 days after Christmas. I have this as a win.
Again, I just have to see how they're playing. I'm going to say it's a loss. But
so we're both at 7 and 8 at this point.
But at the same time, again, we're going to go through this 40 more times. Like, you guys are going to get so sick of us talking about the schedule. Depends on how the Patriots are playing, man. I mean, if they're handling business, then yeah, it's an easy loss. But if they're the schedule merchants that I have claimed them to be, and let's also not forget we got to factor in injuries, everything else. I don't know. So, but I'm going to put it as a loss just on principle, but who knows?
I understand that. And folks, remember, do me a favor. I will drop the link again. We are now streaming live on both YouTube and on Rumble. And this is going to be our backup for when we want to do things like the Family Feud, or we want to do things that I think YouTube will bend us over and screw us and try to give us a warning or a copyright strike or whatever. I can cut. We can immediately, you guys can transfer over to Rumble, and I will put the link in the description right now that you can click on and follow me. So do me that favor. I would much appreciate it. There it is. There's the link to Rumble. But Maddie, all right, so we're getting to this last 2 games, and we both have the Jets at 7 and 8. Okay. The Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota.
No,
but from everything we hear from our
in New York.
Was it?
They're not in Minnesota.
Yo, I got to get a new. I got to print up my own schedule.
That's a Jets game at MetLife.
Regardless,
loss.
I have it as a win.
I don't.
I think the Jets. Have you been really listening to what Sean says when he comes on here?
I really don't.
I think the Vikings are on a huge. Just think about it. They replaced. They replaced JJ McCarthy. Not replaced. He's still on the team. But their answer was Kyler Murray.
I think by this time the Jets are going to have injuries piled up, and they're also going to kind of be of the mindset that, look, we're clearly not making the playoffs. And while they'll unofficially not say it, they're not going to try that hard.
See, I have us at 8 and 8 at this point. I have us at 8 and 8.
7 and 9.
And once again, these are way too early.
Again, yeah, this is some shit that like if you were to bet on what we're predicting right now, you're fucking dumb.
Oh, you're so stupid.
Like if that's the case, just send me the money.
My whole thing is, once again, also, I'm basing this on everything going right for the Jets. That never happens.
Yeah, and that's where we're differing right here is I'm going, the injuries will have piled up.
Yeah, realistically, the Jets are coming around with like 5-6 wins.
Right.
But I'm saying everything goes right before the last game of the season.
I think
we're 8-8. That's how I have us. Maddie has us at 7-9 right now.
Yep.
Last game, Buffalo. I think we can all agree that this is a loss.
And I think that more likely than not, Buffalo's going to be playing for a seeding. They're going to be working on,
they're going to have the division.
Yeah, but the thing is Buffalo is not the same team that they were last year, nor the team before, et cetera, et cetera. So again, 7-10 is my prediction this year.
Real quick, big one, super chat in the house. Valerie with $10 gets a Jets chant. Here we go. Jets, Jets, Jets.
Valerie, I didn't know your favorite actor was Errol Flynn. I fucking love Errol Flynn. Those pirate movies he was in back in the day were fucking amazing.
Well, Valerie, I will say this. I don't know how Rumble works, but with YouTube, you've got to have a certain amount of watch hours. You got to have a certain amount of subscribers and all this to be able to get super chats or anything to that effect. Okay, so when we go under Rumble, just to let you know, like if we move over to Rumble or we decide to do a Rumble exclusive show, we're doing it free at that point for you guys. We're doing it because we want to put out content that we enjoy doing, and YouTube's being a dick about it. But I so much appreciate that, Valerie. $10, and of course, she gets a Jets highlight. And last time I gave her Namath to Maynard, so we're gonna go Ken O'Brien to Wesley Walker. Here you go, Val. So much appreciated. I'm glad you went over there. Hopefully I'll get a few more followers over at Rumble, and we can slowly build that up. Like I said, this show and Monday night show will never change. My pizza reviews will probably go out on both. It's just another way to find us. And God forbid something ever happens to this channel, you guys can go over to Rumble and find out what we're doing and where we're going. And also you can go over to Midnight Mike Studios on YouTube. And that will also, that's another backup channel. So we're basically hedging our bets right here with some backup channels and some backup things, because YouTube I just don't get it. I just don't get it. But Maddie, I have us at, and this is best case scenario.
Right.
I have us at 8-9. You have us at 7-10.
Yep.
So that's where it is. Guys, do me a favor. I know you have sent in tons and tons of comments, but right now, so I don't have to go back through like 100 comments, do me a favor, just put your record prediction in the comments section. Just the record prediction. Jets will be this, and give me the number, and we will go through those. But before we do that, let's check in on the Yankees and the Mets. Bottom of the seventh, Mets at the plate. 1 out, 1 man on first base, still up 5-3. So I guess Yankees did nothing with 0 outs and men on first and second. That's nice. Good job, Yankees. All right, here we go. I'll get to your records, guys. I'm about to get to your records, but we have another super chat in the house. Getting the Jets chant. Here we go. Jets, Jets, Jets. Ali comes in. He's a channel member. So is Val. Guys, thank you so much. With $10, says, hoping to see you in Kansas City, Maddie. I want to ask out a pretty Middle Earth.
Let me read it because you can't.
So I'm
hoping to see you in KC, Maddie. I want to ask out a pretty Middle Earth elf looking girl from my.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
God, you're embarrassing.
Is that a Lord of the Rings reference?
Oh my God! Let me just read the fucking comment.
Okay.
But I'm nervous. 0 clue what age she is. She could either be 14 years old or 14,000 years old. Ollie, find out how old she is.
Yeah, dude.
That's first things fucking last. Find out how old she is.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is, you can do it in casual conversation or whatever, but just be like, oh yeah, like depend if she's a customer, just be like, hey, can I get your ID real quick? They're having it, like make up some bullshit saying, oh, they're having us just verify stuff here and there. They want us to spot check it, whatever. But if she's old enough, ask her out. Don't be afraid of shit.
To work at a bank, I feel like you'd have to be 18.
Well, I don't know if she's a customer or not. is the problem.
Okay, but the thing is, Ali, if you sat here and said, "Hey, she could be 18, she could be 70," I'd say, "Who cares?" But when you say she could be 14,
yeah,
we need.
I would say whatever you do not write her a love letter and have my retarded co-host read it to her.
Or you could say something like, "Hey, oh, did you go to college?" You know,
just get her ID.
Just ID her.
You just go, hey, they're having a spot check everybody on these things here and there. And then later, if it works out, you'd be like, listen, I totally lied. You just looked young, and I had to make sure you're old enough, and she'll totally be flattered.
All right. Well, that means he gets a Jets highlight, and we're going to do Garrett Wilson, the catch. So, Garrett,
love it.
Show us what you got. All right. Thank you, Ali. Much appreciated.
There is a very good chance I will be coming to KC this year, guys. So
let's go through these. Picks here. Let's see what people say. Scott Foster says 5 and 12. I think that's the realistic number right there.
He's not out of line at all.
No. Rashad, that math doesn't math.
Is it like 4 ties?
Yeah, like what are we doing here?
Come on, Rashad, get with the program.
Weeks.
But he may have said it right when we were at the 6 and 7 mark. So.
Oh, okay. Okay. Valerie comes in much more realistic. I like that. 6 and 11. Fair enough. Fair enough. Gerald says, so who's first round pick in 2027? The Dolphins
will not be a wide receiver.
No, it's going to be the Dolphins are going to have the number 1 pick, and like the Raiders or the Titans will have the 2 and 3.
And both of those teams will be happy to trade back.
That's funny. I guess she's talking to Ali. It's a cute little girl. Ali, if she's 14, you get 2 points. Oh yeah, Family Feud, 2 points. You get double the points.
All right, tone it down there, Epstein.
Rest in peace, Donald Gibb.
Ogre.
There you go. But Johnny Boy, okay. I had best case scenario 8 and 9. Johnny Boy, Jets worldwide, wide. Check it out Friday night.
I would love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm rooting for that, Johnny.
Well, yes, I do, Johnny Boy. I do have hair.
Cousin Kenny says 6 and 11. Big debate about Glenn afterwards. I agreed. I think that if he gets 5 or 6 wins, like I would see realistically happening, it's going to be constant.
I think the quality of play is going to factor into it very heavily.
Yes, and how we win and how we lose the games. Yeah. Eddie comes in. Yo, what's up, my gang? Good to see you, Eddie. What's up, buddy? Rashad, I was trying to say 6
Fair,
wins.
I know you're doing that. Okay.
I know. I'm watching that too. I guess the second match is over. But I didn't really see what happened.
I don't really pay attention to UFC and all that stuff, but I really love the camaraderie and the friendliness between Rousey and Carano. Like, they both know they're doing it to help each other out.
Yep.
I love the sportsmanship. You know what I mean? Like,
I just hope
every weigh-in they hug and say what's up and they're buddies. Like, I really like to see that kind of shit. Thanks, Mike.
No, I just hope that I just hope that they lay into each other. I hope it's not like
I hope they don't pull
that Tyson fight.
No, I don't want to see any punches pulled, and I don't think I never followed Rousey or Gina Carano's fighting career. I don't see Ronda Rousey pulling punches. I think she takes what she does very seriously, and we'll see.
Brian says 10 and 7. What the hell? I don't know if he's saying 10 and 7. Like, what the hell?
I don't think he believes 10 and 7.
I don't know. I think he's saying, what the hell, guys? Have some confidence. We're going to go 10 and 7. Johnny Boy. Oh, by the way, I still hate the New Jersey Devils. Let's go Rangers.
It's literally 2 monkeys fucking a football.
They both
terrible.
So bad.
And the Islanders are sitting in the cuck chair.
Yeah. Well, the Islanders, I think, is something that, because we all, as Devils and Rangers fans, these tri-state teams, we all thought that the Islanders were going to make the playoffs, and we were all going to have to sit back and watch. The fact that they blew it,
nice. Oh my God.
That was nice. That was nice. Mike, thank you very much. Good to have you here. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, all that great stuff. But yeah, I hope Gina does a Sanchez to Rousey. I agree. Actually, I'm rooting for Carano too.
I'm not really rooting for anybody in this. I like both of them.
No, I like both of them too, but just I feel like I like Gina Carano a little more. I don't know why. I think she's a little prettier. I think is that shallow?
Oh, it's fine.
I don't know. Not that Ronda Rousey's some dog or anything, but it's just Gina Carano has curves, all that stuff, and Ronda Rousey's
Mandalorian rewatch, so like part of me is like rooting for her just because she's Cara Dune.
Crazy that Gina lost 100 pounds for this fight.
Dude.
That's amazing.
Those pictures that she put up, it's like wow.
Oh, I didn't see the pictures. I just saw the weigh-in, and I was so upset.
A lot of work
because Rousey came out, of course, in her little underwear, and then Carano came out in like mom lingerie. And I'm like, come on, Gina. Like, put on the little undies, put on the sports bra, and get the hell out there.
God, you're so everything the cancel culture wants.
Shit.
But yeah, dude, like I say, I again, with the fight, though, I'm just like, cool, I just want a good fight. I just don't want anybody pulling their punches. But I'm genuinely impressed by the fact that basically Ronda Rousey said, hey, let's do this to help out Gina Carano. Like, let's be honest. Ronda Rousey didn't have to do this shit. She doesn't care. And
another thing is Ronda Rousey has been in the WWE for the past like 5 to 10 years or whatever it was. So she was making bank.
I wouldn't know that because I'm a heterosexual.
No, but my point is that when you
this is the argument.
I feel like Gina needed the money more than
ostracized, and Ronda Rousey's like, "Yo, let's help our homegirl out." And again, the sportsmanship has been fantastic. I'm very pleased to see it from both sides. I mean, I knew Gina Carano would be a good sport, and I've never had anything against Ronda Rousey. However, I was 100% right. I remember when she fought Holly Holm. I watched that weigh-in, and I was like, Holly Holm's going to kill this woman, and she totally did. But
I mean, actually, I give Rousey actually a lot of credit. She looked pretty good in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue from like 15 years ago.
I didn't see that. The only thing I can say, though, is I like Ronda Rousey. I like listening to her talk. If she ever wrote a book, I would read it. The woman cannot act. She is a terrible actress.
Gerald, real quick, can you see that avatar? Is that a Washington Redskins? I think that's what I'm looking at.
It's a Commanders.
Well, yeah,
it's a Redskins.
Yeah, he says, bro, we got the Eagles on the road, then the Cowboys on the road, then a home against the Seahawks. Cowboys, that doesn't scare me on my schedule.
If you came here to whine about that shit, you're in the wrong place, Gerald.
Yeah, bro, you're talking to Jets fans.
Yeah, well,
you know what? Go argue with Jay, our Pittsburgh Steelers correspondent.
We'll give you his number. You guys can call.
Gina was fire back in the day. Another big Ranger fan there.
Attaboy.
All right, what I want to do, Maddie, I don't know how much longer you have.
I got about 2 minutes.
All right, well, I want to bring in our Minnesota Vikings correspondent, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sean Neutron. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Mike. What's up, Maddie? How you guys doing tonight?
Good, man.
Doing good. Real quick, Johnny Boy comes in and says, all right, guys, I got to go drink my prune juice and off Scott Foster's OnlyFans.
Hey, that's the best $3.99 I spend a month.
Have a good night and let's go Mets. And if we're watching along, Mets extended their lead 6-3, and we are in the top of the 8th.
My parlay need
equivalent of making beds in a burning house.
I need a Judge home run to get me $441.
Oh, what was the parlay? What are the things
I had Alvarez, Baldwin on Atlanta, and then Judge, just a 3-leg parlay for home runs, and I'm 2 for 3. So he's got one more at bat left.
Valerie says probably Jets will have a slow start, but hopefully things look up later in the season. How many interceptions by Gino is a concern?
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm watching this. I'm watching the fight too, guys. The one you're talking about, and I'm rooting for Carano.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if it'll happen, but I'm rooting for her.
Obviously, Maddie doesn't pay attention to Rousey as much, but she she just comes off bitter and annoying in all her interviews, and she brings up the UFC all the time for no reason. It's just like, listen, just make a good product, and that's all we care about. But she just wants to. She bitches about WWE. It's like, you're just bitter. Just shut up.
I think I kind of am rooting for Rousey because she went out of her way to help a friend.
No, and I respect that, and I mean, she's, but I think Carano's gonna have some rust because she's been off 17 years since her last fight. But like you said earlier too, The Mandalorian, I loved her in that, and then she got canceled from that. So,
real quick,
like I said, doing a rewatch.
Gerald, we got the Tennessee Titans week 1. I have it as a win. Maddie has it as a loss. But that's where we're at. Sean, Vikings.
Yep.
We play you guys. Me and Maddie were talking about this.
17.
Yeah, weeks. What is that? January 3rd. I cannot believe the regular season goes into January at this point. Like, what?
Yeah, well, it's actually right, because I think I feel like the January is always like the first week of January, like January 2nd, January 3rd has always been the last week's games.
It has been for a long time, but you got to remember, like Sean, I think you're probably 10 years younger than Mike and I, is my guess. When we were kids, like, if you were playing in January, it was the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you might even be in the second week of the playoffs first.
Well, and then the Super Bowl being in February is just like now it used to be like the first week of February. Now it's the second week, and it's just
It's just
to be
WrestleMania has
fair,
gotten pushed back.
Before, at this point, I'm okay with them extending to 18 games, having 2 bye weeks, and doing that thing where the Super Bowl happens on the Sunday before President's Day, so everyone has off. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I know you're okay with it, but I'm telling you, it's never gonna happen. Listen, it's 8:06 my time. I have got to get ready for work, and then tomorrow is my daughter's high school graduation party. So
nice. Well, congratulations to her, Maddie.
Thank fuck. But that said, you boys talk it out. I will talk to you guys later on.
All right, Maddie, enjoy it.
But yeah, Sean, sorry, man. I hate bouncing.
No, I got in here a little late too, so.
But I will talk to you guys Monday. Like I say, Monday night we'll have a good chat, and we'll go from there. But either way, enjoy the fight if that's what you're into, and we'll talk next
Monday.
We'll talk in 2 days. Later, guys.
Have a good one, Maddie. All right, Sean.
Yeah.
What I want to do is we actually have a caller who doesn't call in that. I mean, has he called in before? I don't know, but I want to bring him on, see what he has to say, and continue. I want to talk about this Vikings game because Maddie and I disagreed on this one. But let's bring him in, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Eddie Ray. How you doing, Eddie?
Hello. I can't hear you guys.
You can't hear us?
Hey,
I don't know. I don't know what to do.
Does he have the mute on or something? Or
Went muted. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I can't hear you guys though. After he left, I can't hear you guys.
Try calling.
Let me try. Yeah, I got you. Let me try going back in. I got you guys.
But Sean,
yeah.
So I've been listening to what you said, or but you don't seem to have a lot of confidence in the Minnesota Vikings this year, and I looked at it as I didn't think so. I didn't hear you. I never think I heard you thinking they were going to have another 13-win season.
No, not necessarily 13 wins, but I think the quarterback play, the fact that we had terrible quarterback play last year and we still got 9 wins, mostly because of our defense. I mean, you just plug in a quarterback who can get the ball to Justin Jefferson and Addison. Granted, they had their drops at times, and we just added Juwan Jennings. So I'm very optimistic about our quarterback situation this year, and I don't think I have to talk myself into it like I did with McCarthy. I mean, that was on me.
I think you do have to talk yourself into it, because the way I look at it, you took a quarterback that you admitted was crap in JJ McCarthy, and brought in Kyler Murray as the savior. That just doesn't gel with me.
Well, at the end of the day, too, it's $1.3 million. So even if it doesn't work, it's still not a huge financial risk anyway. And we would just be looking forward to that draft, I guess, next year. But like I said, I think, he showed he can get the ball to people like in Arizona, like McBride and Hopkins. And, he can do more. He's a little more polished than McCarthy. He's not constantly worried about his mechanics. I mean, the biggest questions about him were his height and the video games. That's always been he's playing too many video games, whatever. And I would roast him, too. But I mean, if you look at his stats, aside from the year he tore his ACL, I mean, that obviously he missed games then. But no, I'm very confident that how many quarterbacks out there have 3 really good receivers like the Vikings do? You know, just since they just added Jennings and they still got Hawkinson. So
the Jets, baby.
But
Garrett Wilson, Omar Cooper Jr., A.D. Mitchell, Mason Taylor, Kenyon Sadiq,
Sadiq, that's a nice weapon.
Breece Hall out of the backfield. I'm telling you, if Geno can't get it done this year, then Geno truly is shit. If we have given him the weapons.
As long as he has a line to protect him.
We have that.
Okay.
So I'm saying with the offensive line that we have given Geno and the weapons we have given Geno, if he can't pull an offense out, now once again, who knows with the defense? We'll talk about that on another show. But if he can't pull a season out that looks somewhat like his performance when he was with the Seahawks, and it's just, I'm sorry, it's just Geno sucks, and that's that.
So do you want me to do a quick rundown of our schedule, or do you want me to just give you what the record would be?
Well, let me bring back Eddie and see. Eddie, give us a thumbs up. Can you hear us? Okay, well, let's try. Hold on, we'll try. Okay, all right, can you hear us?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hey, Eddie.
We can hear you.
What's up, fellas?
How you doing, man?
Good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. I predicted. Were you listening to me and Maddie's schedule prediction?
Earlier or
on this show? Yeah, earlier.
No, I did not.
Okay, so and I'll tell this to Sean too. I have it, and once again, I said this is best case scenario, which the Jets never get. Okay,
obviously,
realistically, I think the Jets walk away next year with probably 5 or 6 wins. Okay,
dude, I'm on the same spot with you.
Okay, but
100%.
But if everything goes right and they just play to their potential and we don't have debilitating injuries and all that crap, I have us beating the Titans, the Browns, the Dolphins, the Raiders, the Dolphins again, the Cardinals, the Vikings, and that gives us 8 wins out of 9. And then I also said Maddie had us beating the Bears. And who was the other random one he had it? Oh, and I had us beating the Patriots once. That's 8. Maddie had us beating the Bears, and who else did he had it? Oh, and the Broncos. I didn't agree with that. But I said best if the Jets play to their potential and we're not just giving up 21 points in the first quarter and we're getting an interception here or there and all this other stuff. I think the Jets could be 8-9. Now the Jets are the Jets and the Jets will jet and the Jets don't have any football luck and the gods hate us. So we'll probably end up with 5 or 6 wins. What are your thoughts, Eddie?
I actually I'm on point with exactly what you said. So obviously the Patriots is going to be difficult to deal with. But exactly the same games that you were just talking about, I think that we can win those games. There's no reason why. By the way, I am going to that Tennessee game.
You're heading down to Nashville? Is that where the stadium is?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm going with the Jake Asman crew. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. So I'm going to be there for that. So we have to win that game, dude. I don't want to travel all that way and then lose that. So, but all the other games that you just talked about, I think we should definitely win those games. We're going to have some problems with all the other teams that we're facing on that schedule. But, but what you said is, I think you're spot on with that. 100%.
See, I think and Maddie brought this up. I think that the Patriots and the Broncos, to a certain extent, as Maddie calls it, were schedule merchants. And I think that we are going to take one from the Patriots. We're going to sweep the Dolphins and give us a 3-3 division record. Look, the Bills are going to win this division this year because there isn't competition. I don't think the Patriots are as good as they looked last year, and the Super Bowl proved that. I think they come back down to reality this year a little more. Their schedule's a little tougher. The Dolphins are tanking. They will be last in the division. And 100%. The Jets still aren't good. So the Bills, you might as well give them the AFC Championship at the game week 1. You might
Wait, hold on. I have to disagree with that one with the Bills. I actually think that they're not going to be as good as that you think they are. What did they really do during the draft?
No.
What did they add?
I'm not saying that they're going to be one of the best teams in the AFC. What I'm saying is they're in a division that I just think they're going to win. They could win this division with 10, 11 wins.
Well, absolutely. I mean, especially with the division that you're talking about. I just think as far as like the team themselves, I don't think they're going to be as good as they are, because what did they really do during the draft? And what did they add to their team? Like, they have no wide receivers, really, if you think about that, right? They have like a really good quarterback. Did they add anyone for wide receivers?
No, and that's the thing. I think we hopped up in the draft to get Omar Cooper Jr., and then that completely pissed off the Bills, because I think the Bills were going to take that spot because
100% they were. Yep.
Yeah, the second we took him, they traded down. They were like, "All right, we're not getting our." And I'm pretty sure Josh Allen cried.
Yeah, of course.
It's what he does. But what I want to do real quick is go over to Sean. Now, Sean's our Vikings correspondent.
Yep.
I'm going to ask you about. Are they playing right now?
They can see it. That's my girl.
Did the Knicks just win?
No, we're waiting. We've been waiting for like 3 weeks. Freaking, we're playing Tuesday night. We're waiting for Cleveland or Detroit.
Yeah, it was a bit.
It'll be Detroit.
Wait.
You think Detroit? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're. I think, obviously I'm a Rockets fan for basketball, so I know all about Harden's struggles. And Donovan Mitchell's not looking like his old self. So I think Cade Cunningham's going to put him on his back, and they need Durant to step up too, because he hasn't been playing like his normal self. He averages 20 points a game. He's only been scoring about 9 or 10 this series, so he needs to step it up.
Yeah, you're right about that, because I'm a huge Knicks fan, and not to change it up from a Jets chat to a Knicks. But I'm listen. If you guys are basketball, Mike, are you a Knicks fan?
I am a fair weather basketball fan. Back in the day, back in the 80s and 90s, I loved basketball just as much as I loved football, hockey, baseball, all of it.
That's when it was. That was when it was the best. Yep.
Yeah, I fell off in the 2000s, but I grew up a Knicks fan and a Magic fan, and the reason I was a Magic fan is because my grandparents had some money. And they lived in Florida in a ritzy neighborhood. And one of their neighbors, a friend of theirs, worked for the Orlando Magic. And my grandmother would constantly send me up signed programs and basketballs from Shaq and Penny Hardaway and all those guys. So I became like a Magic fan also.
That's actually awesome, man. I can respect that. So that's cool.
Yeah. But I would say I am a Knicks fan, but I don't really follow. I follow a little bit during the season. Like I saw when they won, I was very proud of them when they won that stupid fucking cup or whatever it was.
I know. Yeah, it's so cheesy, but yeah.
They didn't put up the banner.
But
I'm happy about that. That would have been freaking so disgusting if they did that. That's cheesy as shit.
I respect that. I
just think Cade's a nice nod to the old school. I think he doesn't play buddy with all these other guys, and he never complained for a trade. He took the 27 straight losses a few years ago, and now they're a 60-win team. So I really enjoyed watching Cade Cunningham.
Dude, he's a baller, man. I watched him. I'm a big Iowa State, so I'm an ex-ice hockey player. So I played over at Iowa State, and I watched. I'm a big Iowa State fan, obviously for basketball.
Yeah,
and I watched the Big 12. Cade was over at Oklahoma, right?
State,
yeah. So I watched his career. Okay.
I don't know why this has happened a second time, but I'm so glad I caught it. Brian, I hope you're fucking watching. I missed one of his super chats a couple weeks ago, and I was humiliated when I found out, because he's a channel member and he's a big supporter of the show, and I just realized that I missed one of his super chats. So Brian, you're getting a Jets chant. Here you go. Jets.
Fuck yeah.
He's a channel member. He comes in with $2 and he says Halloween stream for not being eliminated yet. I don't know what the elimination is, but yes, we will be doing another Midnight Mike's Halloween sleepover, 10 to 12 hours straight of streaming, watching horror movies. I bring the movies up on screen. We do tier lists of horror movies. We talk Jets. We do it all. So if you're new and you haven't seen it, you could go down in my past live shows, find the first Halloween sleepover. It's 10 plus hours. But if you go to the first comment, I have time stamped every time anything changes, any topic changes. So whatever you're interested in watching, and we watched Night of the Living Dead together from George Romero, and we watched The Last Man on Earth starring Vincent Price during the show. We did a bunch of cool things. So guys,
that's really cool.
Yeah. It was a 10-hour stream. Woo!
Yeah, man. I love your stuff, dude. Honestly, like especially like when you did that Family Feud thing, that was really cool. I was like totally on top of that stuff too. So
Un-
back to sports.
well, hold on.
And
Unfortunately, just to remind everybody, we did get nailed for that, which I was doing everything legally. But I got a channel warning. I have to
I
wait
was on
90.
that show for that. Yep.
Yeah, I have to wait for those 90 days. And when those 90 days are up, I'm going to do it again. But that's
Hell
why I
yeah.
want you guys to go over to Rumble if you haven't. And if I want to do anything like that during this 90-day bullshit where they fuck with you in the algorithms and essentially shadow ban you, I'm going to put the link in the description. There it is. Go over there and follow me on Rumble because we'll just pop over to Rumble and do it.
And Eddie,
All right,
the last thing I'll say real quick before we get back into football is,
Yeah.
as a Rockets fan, we got Jalen Green back in 2021. We missed Cade Cunningham by 1 pick, and I'll always be mad about that.
Man. Yeah. Oh my God. That would have been like, can you imagine if the Houston? Listen, you guys are a freaking set, dude. Like Houston's got such a nice team.
Yeah,
You
we just gotta
really
make some
do.
moves, add some shooters, add some ball handlers. We'll be fine.
You do.
I don't like our coach.
No, well, listen. Well, I mean, you guys obviously had Kevin Durant, and he was hurt for the playoffs, so that kind
Yeah.
of sucked for you guys. So, but yeah, man, I'm a diehard Knicks fan, a really big Rangers fan because I'm a hockey player at that's my main sport. So I'm a diehard Rangers fan. But back to the Jets talk. So, Mike, what are you thinking? Like, what else? Oh, Devils. Okay. Oh man, dude.
Dude, I'm a big Devils fan.
Oh man,
Matt-
Jack Hughes. I love that dude so much. And
Well,
we missed it by 1 pick.
Dude, he got so much love even from enemies for that golden goal.
USA, baby.
Yeah.
USA.
It's all that matters. But
It
yeah,
does.
no, Maddie, I'm a Devils fan. Maddie's a Rangers fan, and usually we have we have a segment in the show called Hudson River Haters, and it's just we do like 5 minutes on just what we're thinking during the season of the Devils and the Rangers.
Oh my God, I got to get on that. So I'm
Yeah.
I'm totally down, man.
Absolutely. But okay, back to football. Sean, this Vikings game,
Yeah.
I have it as a win. Maddie has it as a loss. What are your thoughts? Do the Jets, if you have some confidence in the Vikings, do you think the Jets even have a chance?
I mean, they're at home, so they're going to have a chance. I would say the Vikings win by anywhere from 7 to 10 points. At that point in the season, we should be, you have your identity, you know who you are. And I'm thinking that we have like a 4-game home stretch, right? Like a few games before that. So the Vikings are going to be able to.
You have a 4-game homes, like.
Yeah. San Francisco, Atlanta,
insane.
Carolina, Detroit. We play them all at home in a row. I've never seen that before, but, and then we have New England and Washington before you guys. So I think what we do is we win all 4 of those home games, and then New England, we go to New England and lose because at that point, the streak's going to wear you out. I think Washington, they're going to be competitive, but I have that as a win. And I have us beating you guys, and then we play Chicago the final week, and I have them winning there. All in all, I have Minnesota. I think on the optimistic side, I say 12-5, and I don't want to say pessimistic, but on the less optimistic side, I say 11-6.
That's not much of a difference.
No, I know, but I think that the Buffalo game could be a toss-up.
Wait. Are you a Jets fan or a Minnesota fan?
No, I'm Viking.
Vikings fan. He's our Vikings.
Oh, you are Viking. Okay, that's right. I was like, wait a minute. What the hell?
I have us losing to Tampa Bay, Detroit, Buffalo, Green Bay, and then New England.
Okay, well, no. So, Eddie, what I do is I have a few guys, and Sean's one of them. Sean's our Vikings correspondent. I have another guy, Jay, who's our Pittsburgh Steelers correspondent. I love welcoming in fans of other teams just to give not only give their thoughts on their teams, but I'd like to know outsiders' perspective on how they look at the Jets.
Absolutely, you have to do that, man. That's actually brilliant.
Yeah, we've never been a show that like we have trolls.
You don't want to be an echo chamber.
Yeah, we have trolls who come in here who are Patriots fans, Dolphins fans, and I can name them off. And they come in and they just shit talk. And some of our people who watch can't handle it in the comment section. But I try to tell anybody, I won't ban anybody or block anybody unless you got doxing is one reason you could get spamming maybe, and the spamming would have to go on several shows. Or the last thing is saying like N words or whatever. Yeah. And once again, look, I'm old school and whatever. I don't care what people say. I'm not offended by anything. And I think everybody should not be worried about words. I'm old school. Sticks and stones may break my bones. But if you are putting N words or you're putting the F word for gays in my chat, I could get in trouble from YouTube. And I don't want that. So that's another reason. But other than that, if you come in and talk shit to me, Maddie, the Jets, whatever, you have a home here. I don't care.
Mike, man, you're my kind of guy, brother. I feel the same way with you. So
it is what it is. You can't like
yeah.
Dolphins fans are still gay flag, gay flag, gay flag. So and once again, also the gayest flag uniforms in the league or in any league. There is no team that has less intimidating colors and mascot than the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, man, you're right about that. There's no doubt.
I mean, think about it.
Mike, where do you live at?
Well, I'm from Jersey.
Okay.
I spent my first 25 years of my life in Northeast Jersey. Then
where
at? Eastern Morse County. So pretty much one Jets drive.
Oh, so you're up there, up north. Okay.
And then I spent 11, 12 years in Center City and South Philadelphia.
No way. South Philly, yeah?
Yep. And then 23rd and Garrett when I lived in South Philly, 15th and Fitzwater, which is basically 15th and Broad Street.
I know where that's at. Yeah, dude, I live near Cherry Hill right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm over in Berlin.
Yeah, I was literally like right in Center City for like 10 years. And then I moved to South Philly for like 2 years. And now I live on the Long Island Sound of Connecticut.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. My wife, once me and my wife got married and had our first child, we wanted out of the city, out of Philadelphia. So
I don't blame you.
Yeah, so we bought a house on the shoreline of Connecticut on the Long Island Sound.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Okay, yeah, I'm originally from New York. I'm from born in Brooklyn. I lived on Long Island, and then I moved over to South Jersey. So and I traveled all around for ice hockey. So, but now I'm back over in Jersey. I live over in Berlin. Like I'm literally like 15 minutes away from Philly, as you know. So,
who do you got winning the Stanley Cup?
Oh man, Colorado is a freaking steamboat, dude.
Yeah.
They're freaking. I think Colorado, honestly, like Montreal's kind of like being like a little skeptical right now. So like I don't know, but Colorado's going to win it. I think Colorado's going to win it.
The funny thing is that I saw a thing that if the Avalanche and the Hurricane make it to the finals, that they need to do one game in throwback Nordique and Whalers jerseys.
Dude, oh my God, my two favorite jerseys of all time.
Dude, when I was growing up, always a Devils fan, but I loved the Hartford Whalers because they were that shitty underdog team that was just like the Jets. Like, so I never had a problem with the Whalers. I didn't like the Bruins. I hated the Flyers. I hate the Rangers. I hate the Islanders. But those Whalers, and the logo is one of the best logos in the history of sports.
Well, and I have both those hats, dude. I can pull it out.
Like, I have my Whalers. I was wearing my Whalers hat today. It's sitting right there. It's
no shit. Yeah,
the Milwaukee Brewers have the best logo in sports.
I agree. I don't think they're better than the Whalers, but I'd put the Milwaukee Brewers with the mitt.
It's just so clean looking. It's just the M and the B. It's so simple, and they kind of have the old school colors back.
That's kind of cool too. Yeah, I agree with that. That's
the one.
Nice.
The one they had in the early 2000s where it said Brewers and it had like the hops. It was just too much.
Well, you know what, Sean? You brought it's so funny. I was going through X, and I saw this graphic and this ranking, and 2 minutes later, you messaged me the same graphic and said, "Yo, we should talk about this on the show." So I think we're going to talk about it. Eddie, do you got a minute?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got a minute. Yeah.
Okay, so check it out. This came up.
I got to make a drink, but either way, but go ahead.
That's cool. See, I come prepared. I just have my Tito's right here in my cup.
Ooh.
And then I go with that. But
I got my Red Bull.
There you go. So here we go. This came up, and maybe you saw this on X too. I don't know if it was just on X or on Facebook or whatever. I saw it on X. But here it is. Top 10 NFL team nicknames. And they have number 1, the Pittsburgh Steelers Steel Curtain. Number 2, the Fearsome Foursome LA Rams. Now, I would have before I put that in, I would have put in the Greatest Show on Turf.
Yes.
Oh, trust me. I have a definitely a different ranking.
Yeah. And then you got the Vikings Purple People Eaters. Then you got the Doomsday Dallas Cowboys. then there it is. Okay, so they do have them. The Greatest Show on Turf.
Yeah.
The Legion of Boom, Seattle Seahawks, the Monsters of the Midway Chicago Bears, the Orange Crush Denver Broncos, the No Name Defense Miami Dolphins, and at 10 are New York Jets with the New York Sack Exchange.
But isn't that pretty something to say about there's only one offense that's had a nickname that's memorable?
Yeah, that is a little weird, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of interesting.
It's all defenses, but what I'll tell you this, and I'll bring the graphic back up so we can talk about it. But the New York Sack Exchange, I'm not just being a Jets fan. Yeah, that is one of the greatest nicknames that
Legit.
With the defense that made it so you had to recognize the sack as a stat.
100%.
You had fucking Gasno, Klecko, Salam, and Lions just swarming.
Yeah.
And it just fits so in New York Stock Exchange, New York Sack Exchange, perfect. So it being number 10, I'm a little pissed at that. It doesn't have to be number 1, but I think number 10
I have it number 2 behind Steel Curtain.
At least number 5.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
And Sean's a Vikings fan. He had New York Sack Exchange at 2.
I had them at 2. I had Greatest Show on Turf, I think 3. No. Yeah. Then I had Doomsday 4. I think I had the Purple People Eaters, they're 5 or 6. Because honestly, even as a Vikings fan, it doesn't really do much for me. I mean, I respect the history of it, but compared to the other ones, like Doomsday, that's badass.
No, it was the Purple People Eaters great defense.
Yeah.
The only problem is that I used to have, my mom used to have this vinyl called Funky Favorites.
Yeah.
And it had on it the Monster Mash, and it had Itsy Bitsy Yellow Polka Dot Bikini.
The Monster Mash. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it had that what was that song? The Camp fuck.
Fuck.
No. It was oh man, I wish I could remember it. Maybe someone in the comments section. It was the one where the kid's like riding home from camp. But it also had he was a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater, one-eyed, one-horn. So every time I think of Purple People Eater, I think of that goofy, funky favorite song.
Yeah.
And I can't take it that seriously.
I put the No Name Defense as the last one because that just doesn't do anything for me. Some of the other names are okay, I'm also watching this fight here right now, and Francis Ngannou just knocked the hell out of the other guy.
That too. Yep.
I have it on commercial. I have it on an ad.
It is now, but he just knocked him out.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking you with me, guys. By the way, I'm making a drink. So,
and then the other heavyweight fight.
Problem.
The other fight was a KO too. So heavyweights, man.
First off, Scott Foster says, "Wow, I went to Camp Fuck." But Tori's got it. It's Camp Granada.
Oh, okay.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. But yes, so when it comes to the Purple People Eaters, that's what I'm thinking. But regardless, I'll bring this back up. And look, Steel Curtain, awesome.
Yeah.
Fearsome Foursome,
That's corny. I don't like that one.
Well, especially if you're just going by nicknames, it's not the greatest.
No.
I'm not comparing the guys on the field. I'm comparing like the nicknames. It says nicknames.
Yeah, I think that one goes towards the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Purple People Eaters, same thing. I drop it a little bit. Doomsday Defense, Cowboys, okay.
Legion of Doom. Or Boom, sorry.
Dwarf, I like. Legion of Boom, great. Monsters of the Midway, yes.
That's awesome.
Orange Crush, once again, I'm thinking of a soda.
It's kind of soft. It's kind of like, it's just like maybe, I think I had it like 7th or 8th, just because, it's not as bad as No Name Defense. It's not as bad as Fearsome Foursome.
Yeah, and then No Name Defense, I'd have that all the way at the bottom.
But just somebody did this with AI, obviously, but the New York Sack Exchange number 10 is just such disrespect.
I agree, 100%. There you go. What are you drinking?
Tequila, brother.
Oh, there you go. What are you mixing it with?
I got a little like a limeade. So a little limeade, and I put a little sprinkle of tahini in it, man. So good.
Nice.
So good. So I used to drink a lot of vodka, man, and vodka actually
ice vanilla berry.
Well, vodka actually has a lot of carbs to it, so it actually makes you gain a little bit more weight because it's got potatoes. Vodka's made out of potatoes.
I will tell you this. I don't know if you know, but like I want to say it was like a month and a half ago, Me and Maddie both were like, yo, we're fat. We need to go on a diet. And I cut out all bread, carbs. I already pretty much cut out soda. I was a huge soda drinker.
Yeah.
I cut that out. I am so guilty of eating right before I go to bed. So I cut that out. And because I looked at the scale and I was 3 pounds heavier than my highest weight I've ever been.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just looking at it, and I was 256 pounds. And I just was like, I got to do something. So I cut all this shit out. Didn't cut out the vodka. But I dropped 20 pounds. So right now I'm 20 pounds. Yeah, I'm 20 pounds lighter. I'd like to be 10 more lighter.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But that's going to be tough because eventually when you cut out those things, you eventually run out of things you could cut out.
Yeah.
And you plateau, and it
and
turns
at some point when you have a bad day, you want to have like a snack or something.
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, it's called basically like just getting into a pattern. You know what I mean? Like, and I, if you cut out the carbs, obviously that's a huge thing. Like, you know, be cautious of what you're eating, like all the bread and fried shit and all that stuff.
And making sure it's not late at night, you know, because then it just sits.
100%. Late at night, like, it's just going to sit too. So, like,
I'm telling you, my diet for a long time, for a couple years, was pretty much sandwiches, pizza, fried foods, and whatever. And that's how I got to where I was. Plus, I was eating before bed.
And sometimes you get stuff because it's quick and easy on the run. You don't think about the health.
100%. Yeah, that's when you start running into a problem. You know what I mean? So,
but so I think the most success is if you get used to it being boring. You're like, okay, here's some grilled chicken again. Here's this again. You know, yeah, this is boring, but hey, look, it's getting results.
Yeah, I mean that's all protein too. So
yeah,
you have to figure out what works best for you. You know what I mean? So for me, like I said, I was drinking a lot of vodka back in the day, a lot of beer. So I'm a sales rep for a brewery. So like craft beer and all that stuff. So people automatically think like, oh, do you drink all these IPAs? IPAs are very heavy for you. So like, I'm like, no, I don't even really drink freaking beer.
I can't drink IPAs.
I can't even drink IPAs when it comes to beer. Like I drink straight vodka. I originally started with whiskey. I was just drank whiskey.
I like my whiskey too. Yeah.
Well, then I realized that like the brown liquors have so much more sugar in them.
Yeah.
And all that 100%. Stuff. So then I moved to very dry martinis. Then I got tired of making the martinis, so I just drank gin. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Then my wife told me that there was some sort of like elderberry or something that was really bad for you in gin, and that I should probably switch to something else. So I switched to vodka, and now I've just been drinking vodka. So
So what, let me ask you this: what vodka? Like, which one do you like the best? At like for you, what do you like to drink for vodka wise?
Once again,
what brand?
If I could afford Grey Goose and Belvedere and things like that, I would. And so when I go to my dad has, you know, some money or whatever, and he doesn't drink anymore. So if I go there and they have some Grey Goose or some Smirnoff, Smirnoff's not expensive. What's the other one that
there's Tito's?
Well, no, so I basically am in the Tito's Svedka range.
Okay.
So that's
Svedka is actually the cheaper one that you can get, obviously. You know what I mean? So yeah, do your research on your vodkas that you're drinking, because like I said, I used to be a huge freaking vodka drinker, and there's 5 top ones that are horrible for you. There's so much garbage they put in there. It's fake shit they put in these drinks, additives and all this other stuff. So you really do your research on what you're drinking, because it's really bad for you, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Well, believe me, if I could afford the fanciest stuff, I would. But like I said, I'm somewhere between Svedka and Tito's. It depends on what I have and where I'm at and what the price is and whatever. But that's like so I'm not drinking like the in the plastic bottle. What was it? What BK vodka?
Tito's.
No, Tito's is a decent.
No, aristocrat.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the ones that used to be on the shelf when I was a teenager that we'd buy. That would be like, you know, paper logo on a plastic bottle.
Oh my God! It was like the Russian names. He was like,
like Pom-Pom vodka or something like that.
How old are you, Mike? By the way,
45.
All right, so you're close to I'm 51. So Yeah. So yeah, all those old school freaking drinks, man. Yeah, it's a different world now. What they put into your shit that that you drink and eat. It's crazy. So either way, so like I said, man, I switched over from vodka to tequila. Tequila is actually made out of a plant, agave.
Yes.
So which is like better for you than drinking vodka. You know what I mean? That's made out of carbs. Made out of a potato.
And then, do you guys know what tincture is?
No.
It's a liquid form of cannabis.
What did you say? Tincture? Oh yeah, yeah. People are drinking all kinds of like cannabis drinks now. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that I just put drops in my seltzer.
Mike, did you hear about the tequila called Room 40?
I don't think so.
Room 40 is nuts.
Yeah,
these nuts.
That's like well, did you guys hear about that actress who got stabbed recently?
No.
Reese. Oh fuck.
Do
it.
With a spoon? No, with a knife.
With a knife. Yeah. That's the joke, Sean.
I was trying to fall for it, but I needed to do the straight man.
No, that's where that was. But yeah,
they just had Nagano win, and John. I think they're teasing a fight between him and John Jones.
Well, my question is how many fights are on this card? I think 3 have gone by.
I want to say 5 or 6. I think the next one should be the main event.
The one show.
You think the next one's the main event?
Unless there's one more in between, but it's gone by pretty quickly. It's pretty good pacing.
Because I definitely want to watch that fight. Like, well, regardless, it's already almost at the 2-hour mark. Hello.
Oh, hi. I'm sorry, I'm just eating.
It's okay. I'm Midnite Mike.
So, this is really fun.
What is this, Jets? I've never been on a podcast before.
Oh, I highly doubt that. If you were so willing to jump in on this one, I'm sure you've been on Jake Asman.
Well, I had a few drinks in me, so.
Okay.
Well, actually, it's kind of funny. So she wasn't on Jake Asman, but last night Nick, what's his name? Nick
Shine.
Shine. Thank you. Yeah. Holy shit, bro! I was fucking lit last night.
Uh-oh. What happened? He was just telling us a great story about being completely.
It's the Nick Diaz fight is up next, and I think then the main event.
Okay. All right. Well, we lost him, but I was about to kind of wind things down with you guys. I got somebody else in the back here.
Real quick, something that's really cool too is apparently right next when they win the fight, they sign something next to the camera, and as they show the winning image of the person on the screen, it has their signature to this next to that to their name. It's really cool.
Oh, I'll have to look for that going forward. What do you mean they sign like a?
So there's the guy comes up with a camera and he's this little he has one of those little stylus things, and the winning fighter signs it, and then on the screen you see winner Francis Ngannou, and then it has his signature all lit up. It's really cool.
That's cool. But Sean, thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
So yeah, Vikings 12-5, and if not 11-6
with Kyler Murray, folks. Yes.
There we go.
Have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. I'm going to be getting out of here. I want to see this fight, but it wouldn't be a Saturday night if we just didn't bring in everyone's favorite shit talker, ladies and gentlemen. The Thunder Beast. What's up, Beast?
Hey, pasa. How are you, amigo?
I'm doing okay. How you doing?
Rough week. New water heater put in. Everything's been cuckoo, like Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs. But I don't see it that way. I think this season will be just fine.
So how many wins do you got us with, Beast?
I think well, right now I can't say 17 because if we play our cards right.
Wait a minute.
Shut up.
You have us undefeated?
If possible, if we keep our heads cool, shut up and knock these teams down and kick them in the teeth and knock their brains in half and splatter their goddamn brains out all over the side of the pavement, then we might get somewhere. And I'm coming to New York on October 25th.
For what? What are you coming to the city for?
Jets Dolphins game, baby.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Here we go.
Scott,
I don't know when you coming for me for my voice.
Hold on, real quick. I missed this. I'm so sorry. Scott Foster gets a Jets chant. Here we go. Jets. Scott comes in with $4.99. He says, "You guys shut up. I'm about to get the munchies, and I don't want you to ruin it for me." I guess we were talking about
munchies. Food. Did you ever? There is a bag called Munchies, the hot kind. That's actually really good. I don't like that cheese one. No cheese for me. No. Hot Munchies, yes. I love hot Munchies. Did you ever try Munchies?
I've tried Munchos. They're one of my favorite chips.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Munchos they
have the little air. They have the little air bubbles in them. Oh, those are and they're salty.
Hey, you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. Let me also tell you this too. If you get for example, I just got this a couple of days ago. Good old fashioned Kroger. These ain't that bad. These are way better than Ruffles. I'll tell you why. Ruffles, when you open it and you smell that salt, you go, whoa!
I just always prefer a wavy or a ruffled chip because it picks up both. Like they pick up dip better.
If you use French onion dip, there you go. You got yourself a winner. But from Ruffles, sour cream and onion and cheddar and sour cream are two of the best ones. The original, too much salt.
Scott says too much. Scott says Thunderbutt is here.
Don't eat.
And I didn't skip your. I found it, Scott. I found your super chat. So, let's see what we got here. Sorry, just going through here. I want to get to as many of these comments here at the end as I can. 17 LOL and Santa Claus will make me a millionaire. Yeah, they're not having faith in your 17 wins. There, Thunder Beast.
Anything could happen.
One of our channel members, Ali, says,
okay.
I want to ask.
I know what he's trying to want to do. I'm only gonna say this once for this fella. Call me Freakito.
I don't know what that means, but he was talking to us way earlier about how he wants to ask out this bank teller girl.
If you want to bang little girls, in the words of James Hetfield, okay, whatever.
Did you pull those chips out of your drawers?
Nope, but unfortunately, I do got some little surprise for you. What do I want to start off with tonight?
Oh no!
Well,
here it comes, folks. Watch out!
Let the dice get hot, because we're gonna roll some sevens tonight, shall we, folks? Yes, sirree. I've had a couple drinks in me a little bit. I've had a couple.
All right, well, do it. I want to hear it.
Well, little Miss Muffin sat on her tuffet, eating her curds and whey. Along came that spider. She sat right down beside her and said, "Hey, what's in the bowl, bitch?" Ow!
There you go. You knew it was coming, folks.
Now let me say it's about where we're gonna go with direction. If the boys stay healthy, they stay positive, at least try and get at least 10, maybe 11. If you just shut up and don't worry about getting punched around in the face.
I just got an email that said you and Bobby Beasley made up. Congratulations.
Oh, that's all fake news.
Are you sure?
Nope, that's fake.
Let me check the email.
That does not exist.
Are you sure?
I have not talked to him. I don't want nothing to do with him.
Okay. All right. I was just checking.
Fake news. Fake.
Okay, because the email just came in right now, which is weird. Why would it come in now?
Fake.
All right, good.
Fake, completely fake.
No, that's just no.
Okay, I know where this one's gonna go. I know what I'm gonna say next. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Oh no.
How I wonder what you are. Shine upon the parking lot as I eat my girlfriend's twat. Ow!
Real quick, do you know Eddie? Do you know Eddie Ray?
Yeah, I know. He's a good guy. He knows ECW very well because, as a matter of fact, I was just watching a couple days ago, Barely Legal from Philadelphia.
Yeah. Do you know I have an original what are they called? Not complimentary, a comped. I guess that means the same thing. I have an original comped ticket with physical writing on it. So it was either Dreamer or Heyman or whoever who wrote it for Barely Legal.
Oh, so you were at Barely Legal for the first time.
I was not at Barely Legal.
You're lucky.
I ended up.
You're lucky.
I only went to 2 ECW shows. Like it was almost like one was right before TNN and one was it was like when they were on their way out, and it wasn't like the same as what it was.
Well,
and like
what here's the difference.
Oh, let me bring on Eddie. He came back.
TNN did not know they didn't know what the hell they were doing.
Can I bring Eddie on?
Sure, bring him in. He's in
ECW
guy.
Here he comes. There we go.
Yes, am I on? Can you guys hear me?
Yes,
we can hear you loud and very clear.
Beast, it's my pleasure to freaking be on with the camera with you, my friend.
Buenos noches, amigo. ¿Cómo está?
Gracias, my friend. I appreciate that.
So,
yes.
Let me ask you this question. When ECW joined TNN, what the hell were you seeing?
I didn't like it. Listen,
hey, look, it was better than when Vince brought ECW back. I mean, I'll give it that.
Whoa. First of all, TNN didn't know what the hell they were doing. Number one, they were too busy with Roller Jam, which who the hell wants to watch Roller Jam?
Oh my God, I remember that. That's crazy. Yes.
It was like, Beast. What the hell are you watching this junk for?
Beast, you gotta respect the queue. Gotta respect the queue.
So, Beast, you will appreciate this story real quick. It'll be a long story short, right? So, how I got involved with the ECW, I live close to Philly. I'm only like 20 minutes away from Philly. All right. And when I used to go to Philadelphia, I used to be a big DJ back in the day over in Philadelphia. So how I got connected to ECW, a couple of the bouncers were working. They were actually from ECW. Okay, so 2 of them was the Pit Bulls. Remember I told you about the Pit Bulls? Gary Wolf and Anthony.
I know who they are because both of them were from ECW. I remember clearly that Taz kicked the crap out of both of them, and I remember Shane Douglas injured one of them, which was Pitbull number. I think it was either 1 or 2 because if I remember,
that was Gary Wolf with his neck. Yep.
Yeah, Gary Wolf was the first one because Gary Wolf I liked. I didn't know who the second one was, but the second one did go with I can't think of the guy. Vince Wright, Mr. Wright, and I thought, who the hell is Mr. Wright? Who is this goof? Who hired this idiot?
Now hold on. We can go more into wrestling talk, and actually I will join in. But I have to respect the queue in the comments. Sir Lucas says, Beast, can you explain the apology and
I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. That is too much. I've had enough of a rough week. I don't even want to talk about it.
No, but Beast, you told me, fuck Bobby Beasley, fuck him, and I'm okay with that. But what's wrong with this Mad Max guy?
He went into my personal area, and it set me off really, really, really heavy.
If you said that in a different way, it might sound dirty. He went in your personal area and set you off. I think my wife did that to me the other night.
First of all, we said, I'm making all these Instagram guys. No, I only have one, son. It's like, you don't get it, do you? It's because this new generation of today, they don't understand what I've gone through within the last somewhat of a decade. This is a nightmare for me. I mean, I don't want to hear about that loser or whatever. That is yesterday's news. We are trying to go to
I think what he's saying, Beast, I think what he's saying is we know that. You pushed aside Bobby Beasley. You're not dealing with him anymore, and now you're talking shit on Mad Max. I think that's what he's saying.
About that. That's just I already said it loud and clear. I don't want nothing to do with it because right now I got to worry about other things that are more important. Like on June 12th, I got to go get blood work done for my thyroid. Yeah, I've been getting that done for years. I've been getting my blood work done for many, many years, and that's why I'm healthy. Yeah, you better bet your ass it will be.
All right.
Well, trying to worry about other things that are way more important.
Well, listen, boys. All right, since you got that passed, am I good to talk now, or?
Yeah, go. I want to show you guys. I have. Awesome. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit that. I have an interview that I did with Tommy Dreamer, and
that's my guy.
dude, I so on my old show, I did the show for 11 years, and all we did was review 80s and 90s pop culture, horror, and wrestling. We had 300 plus episodes, and I would bring on guests and whatnot, but I didn't pay anyone who ever came on my show. And I had just gotten kind of stood up by CJ Graham, who was the guy who played Jason in Friday the 13th Part 6. So I was really pissed off and really weary. And I ended up getting in touch with Tommy Dreamer. And I was like, yo, will you come on the show? And he said, he was like, yes. And this was in emails and whatnot. And then he gave me his phone number or whatever in one of the emails.
Yeah.
And he didn't. And he ended up ghosting me for a few days. So I got fucking pissed. I called his phone number and I left this message like, yo, fuck you, dude. Like, I don't need this shit. If you didn't want to do my show, just fucking come out and tell me this, that, and the other thing. A day later, I get a voicemail from Tommy Dreamer, and he was like, I was not ghosting you. Like, I'm sorry you went through that. He goes, but that was one of the greatest promos that anyone ever cut on me. And when he came on the show and you actually listened to our conversation, he actually told me that my promo, he had never heard a more scathing promo on him than when Paul Heyman used to talk shit to him when he fucked up in ECW. And I have an original Tommy Dreamer ECW action figure, and I brought it. He invited me and my co-host to broadcast from House of Hardcore 5. And I met him, I hung out with him, and he signed that original.
Dude,
ECW.
that's fucking badass, man.
But I don't have it with me. I will pull it out of storage. But I do want to show you this that happened to be in the studio. That's Undertaker's first ever figure that ever existed in its packaging.
No way. That's fucking badass, man.
91 Undertaker when he 90 he did debut as the Black and Gray Undertaker with Blubber Love, as Roddy Piper once called him. And I do have to admit on that, Tommy Dreamer, I've met him at Dragon Gate. He was very, very surprising. I mean, he did some things that blew my mind, and he still wrestles to this day. But he's a big dude now, but tough son of a bitch.
Yes,
Beast, you met Tommy Dreamer, Beast?
Yes, I have, and he's very good guy. I've also met Raven.
Oh yeah.
And Mike, what happened to your face, bro?
I know. I explained this at the beginning of the show. I was out in the sun from 6 in the morning to like 4:30 in the afternoon, and it wasn't hot and it wasn't cold, and I was wearing a hoodie, and so when you're wearing a hoodie and you're comfortable, you don't think that you're going to get sunburn, but you get sunburn, and I have the worst like tan lines on my body right now because I was wearing a hoodie with my sleeves pushed up. Dude, I am crisp.
Dude, you are like a sauteed steak right now.
Oh.
Except where's the seasonings?
my wife looks like this too. We both look ridiculous. You better go get some
cream for that stuff, because that stuff could be lethal. So if I were you, go to the store tomorrow and get yourself some cream and put that on there and get rid of it.
I'll be
well, let me finish telling my story. Let me finish telling my story real quick. I'll be fast because I know you have a show to run right here, right? So, Beast, you appreciate this, and Mike, you too. So I was telling you about a story about I used to be a DJ over in Philly that the guys that were bouncers was the Pit Bulls, and then guess who else was the other bouncer? Was Raven. His name is Scott.
Yep.
Right? So I used to hang out with them a lot. They gave me free tickets anytime I wanted. I was like VIP tickets for the ECW shows. I used to go there all the time. All the shows, man. And it was amazing, right? So I became good friends with those guys. Cool dudes, really cool. But back then I was into ice hockey. So I was like, they wanted to actually train me the Pit Bulls were going to train me to be a wrestler for ECW. And I turned it down because I was like really heavily in ice hockey. I told you earlier, Mike, the story about me with ISU and all that stuff. So long story short, I kept in contact with a lot of those guys, and I got to meet backstage, got to hang out with those guys, the Dudley Boys, freaking RVD, Sabu, all those guys, man. Sandman, freaking Tommy Dreamer, all those guys. So you guys know exactly what I'm talking about.
I worked when I was in Philly, I worked with a small independent company out of the ECW arena, and at the time, it was run by this trainer guy named Sumo and Trent Acid. And
Trent Acid, dude.
Yeah.
That's actually my guy.
Dude, I used to not only did I work with him with Pro Wrestling Unplugged, but I also actually worked with him in a thing for raising money for the police. Like it was like a telemarketing.
Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on a second, Mike. So if you know Trent Acid, do you know Johnny Cashmere?
I know of him, but I don't know if I ever met him.
He was the tag team partner for Trent Acid. They were called the Backseat Boys.
Yeah. But I worked.
Yeah,
I did some training with Pro Wrestling Unplugged in the ECW arena, and I actually did one or two sessions with Sandman and like 2 sessions with Too Cold Scorpio.
Get out of here! That's awesome, man. Hell yeah. So PW, it's called PW, Pro Wrestling Unplugged.
Yeah,
So,
I mean they haven't been around in 15 to 20 years.
Yep. I'm like really good friends with Johnny Cashmere. He was actually the tag team partner for Trent Acid. They were called the Backseat Boys. Yep.
Yeah, but Trent Acid worked in South Philly at a place a place that was like a telemarketing thing to raise money for the Philadelphia Police Department, and we worked together.
Dude, that's freaking sick, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Small world.
Small world. Here we are. We're supposed to be a Jets channel. We're talking about fucking wrestling. I love it.
I'm at the 2-hour mark. I have to go anyway, but I just want to get through. No, I have to get through. Max was no, that's inappropriate. Mike has more receipts than Beast. Beast does have more. I don't know about that. I have probably 1,000 VHS tapes.
I don't know about VHS tapes because I've upgraded my stuff to DVD. VHS is a thing of the past.
Well, Beast, if I can get your actual personal information, man, I would love to text you, man. You're my friend, buddy. So
hey, come on down to Instagram. You want to see some real action? Check me out.
How can I get a hold of you?
Instagram.
What is your handle, Beast? I'm friends with Beast on Instagram, and we talk.
Beast Destroyer 666.
There you go, Beast Destroyer 666, and he has the WCW Thunder logo as his.
Beast Destroyer 66.
That's right.
No,
Sabrina, can you get that on for me?
Beast Destroyer 666.
Beast Destroyer 666. Sabrina, my girl's gonna do it for you.
And it has the WCW Thunder logo as his avatar.
WCW. All right, yeah, she's gonna do it for me. She's good with that.
Well, I'll take
Dano, thank you very much, Dano. I appreciate you being here.
All right, Beast, I might have to get you an ECW T-shirt.
You know which one I'm looking for? It's called Heat Wave 98, and you know what the back of the shirt says? We're gonna burn your ass.
Yes, I know that one. Yes, I'll have to get that for you.
Remember Joe Gurdon? What do you say? Well.
Joe Gurdon. Yeah, Joe Gurdon. He's the one that had the freaking the thing around his neck.
Yeah. Well. If I got more game than Parker Brothers, Joel, I'm young, I'm hung, and I'm skilled with my tongue, Gardner.
And all Beast, one real quick one.
Okay.
My favorite announcer of all time was who? Joey Styles.
Hey, the only man that is unscripted, uncensored, and carried the whole show on his back without anybody dragging him down. Joey Styles knew what the hell he was doing.
Dude, where's he at now? Is he alive?
I don't know. The question is,
Joey Styles is not dead.
I'm still trying to talk to Busted Open about those guys. I talked to those guys a little bit. So
listen, I'm at my end, and I have another person I want to bring in real quick. So I got to let you guys go.
Yes.
So Eddie, thank you. You're always welcome. Don't be a stranger.
Thank you, man, Mike. Thank you, guys.
To close it out, a little surprise of Little Bo Peep. Fuck the sheep. Blew a horsey right through his feet. She ate his ass, though, very nice. Tongued his nutsack not just once, but twice. Wow! And hey, thank you very much to these people with comments. Hey, be good to yourself and have a great rest of your evening. As we all say,
have a good one, please.
Backstroke.
All the way up to Mississippi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, look, this is going to be a little overtime for you. I wish you would have called in earlier. I could get more time with him. But ladies and gentlemen, a friend of the show, a member of the Midnight Mike Show family tree, Honest Abe. Abe, what's up, man? The schedule is out.
I know. Sorry, bro. I just literally finished work 5 minutes ago. I was like, oh, let me see if you're still live with this. So I figured pop in while I'm still in the office before I take off. Hey, that's crazy. I just learned that VHS is the thing of the past. I'm going to make a killing on all these VHSs I got now.
Dude, I love VHS. I don't give a shit. I'll put it on, and my wife is like, how can you watch this? It's so blurry. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't notice.
I haven't seen a VHS in decades.
Oh,
but Blockbuster was the shit with the VHS when you had to rewind it before returning it.
Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. But then you'd get that rewinder, that extra rewinder. Remember that?
Yeah.
That you didn't have to do it in your VHS machine. You just popped it in this other thing, and it did it.
Yep. Hell yeah.
So real quick, we are running low on time, but
yeah,
the schedule has come out. I'll pop it up on the screen. I had the Jets. Best case scenario, everything works right. Okay. Everything works right for the Jets. Now, realistically, I think 5-6 wins, but everything works out right. I had the Jets beating the Titans, the Browns, the Dolphins, the Raiders, the Dolphins again, the Cardinals, the Patriots at home, and the Vikings. 8 and 9, best case scenario. What are your thoughts looking at this?
So without looking at all the teams exactly like you said, I do think best case scenario is 500, and that's a significant win for us.
That's impossible in today's NFL. You can't go 500. I missed that.
Right. But a 500 team, it'd be an 8-win team. That's 500 to me. That's good enough. Like that for what this team needs to be. 8 and 9 is good enough for me. For me, obviously, week 1's going to be fun going back against Salah. Personally, week 3, I can't wait.
Real quick, pop back to that Salah game. Me and Maddie disagreed. Maddie gives the Jets a loss. I give the Jets a win.
I give the Jets a win because I think they're a better team than the Titans.
Yes, I agree.
I think overall they're a better team. I think the Jets. Look, Geno had a tough year last year, a real bad year, but he had no offensive line. He had not a single wide receiver. And if there's anything the Jets do have now, it's a very strong offensive line. I don't think there's any arguing that. And he's got the best receivers he's played with in a decade, probably. You look back
let me pop this up. I made this graphic. This is our main offense, and I know it's more than the 11 guys. It's like 12 or 13 on this list. But look at what Geno has surrounding him. In front of him, he has Fashanu. Josh Myers, Joe Tippmann, and Membu, all good. Then you have Brees Hall and Braylon Allen. You have Garrett Wilson, A.D. Mitchell, Omar Cooper Jr., and then Kenyon Sadiq, Mason Taylor. Like, yep. if Geno can't pull something off with this offense, he's terrible. His time in Seattle was a fluke.
Which he may be, and I wouldn't say his time in Seattle was necessarily a fluke, but it may just be that his time's up. He's been in the league since 2013.
Yeah,
maybe he's just cooked, and if he is, like, so be it. Because going into this offseason, we weren't going to find the quarterback of the future. We weren't going to find a quarterback that's going to lead us to a 13, 14 win season. Like, that wasn't available. That wasn't on the table. So all you need is a guy that can hopefully get you to a 500 ballpark kind of range kind of team when you have the other pieces around it. And realistically, like, 2026 isn't going to be our year. But we're building for 2027 in the future. We're building that our first round picks next year, we get the quarterback of the future. That's the hope and dream. That's ultimately what we're building for. But if you look at Geno Smith's receiving core that he's had in his past, and you have the years where he had DK and Tyler Lockett, those Seattle offenses were pretty good with Geno. And again, I don't need Geno to be a Pro Bowl quarterback. I need him to be an NFL caliber quarterback. That's all you really need. And if you have that,
not absolute trash.
Yeah, if you had that with a Brees Hall running game and legitimate receivers, A.D. Mitchell's a great just 9-route guy. Just go deep. Garrett Wilson's a stud. If Sadiq and Cooper can be the guys that you're expecting them to be, you draft both of these guys in the first round. You expect them to be starters day one, and frankly, you need them to be. If they're not, it's a big issue. But if those guys are there and producing the way that you're expecting them to, and that's gonna be a really fun offense to watch.
Whip through this. You said you got us beating the Titans and the Browns to start.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait for week 3. I can't fucking wait for it.
Dude, we're gonna get beaten up.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be there.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I guess you can enjoy that.
I'm gonna be there. And you know what the truth is? I listen to a lot of Lions talk around here. I'll be honest. There's people that are afraid of week 3 for them. They're afraid of week 3 against the Jets, because they know the Jets are the Jets have nothing to lose.
Well, you think like it's an early trap game?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense.
Jets got nothing to lose, especially early in the season. They're going to be playing balls to the walls, right? Before they give up, like they will in week 10, week 11, week 12, when they really give up on the season. They'll be playing high, highlight type of football. And I think the Lions are overrated. They have a quarterback that's a statue back there, which helps our defense. We can't guard the running quarterback. We can't guard the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jacksons of the world, but we can somewhat are built to beat the statue-like quarterbacks. The Lions' offensive line is pretty good. They'll match up well against our defensive line, but their defense is trash, and it should be an absolute shootout against them. And frankly, the way the Jets are built right now, they're built for shootouts. They're built to have their offense score a bunch of points, which we haven't seen in, I don't think, my lifetime. And our defense is built to get after the quarterback if we're in a lead, but can't stop the bleeding if we're if we're up in a game. If we're down in the game. Like our run defense is going to be tough. I can already see it. It's going to be, if we're down 14. Oh, the lights went off.
Wait a minute. If you have sensor lights in your house?
I'm not home. I'm in the office.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but if we're up 14, if we're down 14-3 in the fourth quarter, which I don't expect, I think our offense is going to score more points. But if we are, for whatever reason, like, our defense is not built to stop the run on a consistent basis. That's very worrisome to me. All
right. So looking at this schedule, what do you have after the Browns? What are you looking at that?
Wins against the Dolphins and the Raiders. I think the Chargers game on the road, I think that's a game that we can sneaky win. Miami, Arizona, and Minnesota. Minnesota's weird. We'll know a lot more about Minnesota. Like, obviously, we'll know everything about them by the time we get to that point of the season. They're either going to be one of two things, and what they showed us the last 2 years. They're either going to be a 14-win team, which may have nothing to play for at that point, may have everything to play for at that point, or they're going to be a 6-win team with nothing to play for. There's no in between with the Vikings. The Vikings aren't a team that's a 500 ball club. They're either a front top 2 seed or a bottom 2 seed. There's nothing in between for them.
And you agree, like I said earlier, like the Bills are going to take this division, and I do think that they're on their downslope. But I think the Patriots aren't as good as they looked last year. The Dolphins are completely tanking, and the Jets just can't hang. So I said you might as well give the Bills the AFC East week 1. It's going to be theirs, even though they're going to get into the playoffs, and we're going to get to see Josh Allen cry again. So
yeah, the Bills are built. The Bills are built to win the AFC East and nothing else.
Yes, correct. And then, like I said, Matty had he there was a few we disagreed on. He thought we could sneakily beat the Bears and the Broncos. And I said to him that if the Jets lost a stupid game to Tennessee or Miami or the Cardinals or something like that, or the Browns, I could see them sneakily winning. I wouldn't be completely shocked if they beat like the Bears.
Just remember this too, Mike. And we say this every year. Just as we're predicting to beat the Browns, to beat the Raiders, to beat the Dolphins,
they're doing the same with us.
They're doing the same thing against the Jets. Oh, Cleveland goes, we got the Jets on the schedule. That's a win.
Yeah, well, no, I don't. You know what? I'll be honest. If you're an honest Miami Dolphin fan, I don't think you're saying that.
You're right. Probably the Dolphins. But if you're a Raiders fan, you definitely are saying that.
Oh,
if you're a Browns fan, if you're a Titans fan, if you're a Cardinals fan, absolutely you're saying, Jets, that's a win.
Yes. I agree. 100%. Although I think we improved our team over this offseason more than the Raiders, more than the Cardinals, more than the Browns. So if we were all on the same, if we were all kind of on the same loser level last year, we have clearly made the bigger jump.
It doesn't matter. We're still the Jets. Like they don't look at it. Oh, hey, Kenan Sadiq. I mean, he could be like. They're not talking about that. They go, oh, that's the Jets. Win.
Exactly. I agree. Well, Abe, I do wish you would have called in earlier, but we got the last 2 fights coming up here on Netflix, and I'm looking forward to this main event. So
I'm going back to work for the next 4 hours. So,
well, thank you for calling in. And like I always say to you, don't be a stranger. We love you. You're part of the family tree. So
yeah, bro. I'll talk to you soon, Mike.
Have a good one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the Midnight Mike Show. And I'll tell you what, that turned into, I mean, having Eddie call in, being able to talk to Beast, being able to talk to Sean, obviously Maddie the first hour, and then having Abe pop in here at the end. You guys know, Abe and Tommy Jets and Sean Neutron, they're me and Maddie's boys. Like, they go back years with this show, and they are always welcome on. I will always find a way to get them in here, because not only are they smarter than I am, but I love them, and I've been doing Jets content with them for years. So that's it here from the Long Island Sound. I very much appreciate everybody calling in, comments, all the super chats that were in the house, and I am going to actually go in and make sure I didn't miss any more, because God forbid, like that'd be embarrassing. But yeah, thank you guys, Scott and Ali and Valerie and Brian and Scott again. Thank you for the super chats, and all of you guys who hit that like button. I much appreciated. Thank you to you. And I look forward to this. We're going to be going over this schedule. This was a much too early schedule prediction. As we get closer to the season, as training camp begins, we'll be able to look back at this and kind of get a little bit more of a realistic or unrealistic, as a lot of Jets fans get, when one Jets drives start coming out and showing like all the best doctored footage of the Jets. We all start going, oh shit, here we go. We'll see. We'll get a much better reaction as we get closer to the season. Either way, I am Midnight Mike, your late night New York Jets host, the most hated Jets content creator on YouTube. And I can't wait to see you next time. Make sure I'm going to put a link in the description again. Make sure to follow me on Rumble. So if something ever happens here on YouTube, or we want to do content that YouTube won't allow, the link is now in there. Just give me a follow. Let's build that up a little bit, just in case of a doomsday scenario. All right? We're a family here. It just takes a click over on Rumble. I'm Midnight Mike. Can't wait to see you next time.